What?
Recap.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, you know. What
Yeah,
happened?
I'm the DM. I can do whatever I
that is
want.
your right as a man.
That's true.
Oh.
You're right as the DM.
And she wasn't sounding very grateful about you even like maybe giving her the opportunity to have you recap.
No, dude, like what? She's like almost demanding it from me. Like,
Right? You
So
saving
relax
her
now.
and she's acting like it's crazy. I mean,
Only got 1,800.
I'm gonna skip fucking
like I did the
chop a gizzle.
no.
Are you kidding me?
See, she's killing the vibe because she knows she doesn't got it like that, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
She could never chop
Has
a
Keith
gizzle.
said a word?
He said hi
Hi.
once.
Yeah.
No, I'm just listening right now.
Oh.
That's damn true.
Yeah. You're listening?
Yeah, you like to listen.
No, there will be a quiz on
Yeah,
this
there's
later.
nothing I could really
Just
add
like
to
every
your
other part of
conversation. You guys are
DMC.
talking about Spotify. I don't got Spotify, so you know.
No, we're talking about bullying
We're
Hayley.
not.
Yeah, we're talking about bullying Hayley.
Well, you switched over.
You switch gears, and I'm not well educated on the topic.
You're not well educated on the topic of hating on Hayley?
Oh, that's what it seems like, right? Because Keith's not participating.
Okay. Well,
If he doesn't know about it.
That's
How's he
true. He's
supposed
not
to?
well
I
educated.
guess. Yeah.
overzealous.
Anyways, do you guys want to recap or no?
Yeah.
Please.
Probably.
Oh, look who came crawling back.
All right. Nope, I don't.
Yeah, you know what? Forget it. I don't want it anymore.
All right. Yeah, you burned all your goodwill. You just got back.
Oh, your goodwill.
Go on ahead and exit the call. We don't need you.
All right.
See ya.
Oh,
thank
fucking
God.
Thank God.
Thank
All right, Serge.
God, dude.
Recap it and let's run it.
Yep.
All right, guys, recap. Here we go.
Yes, sir.
Why is my PC doing that?
What happened?
It's a crazy
What?
recap.
I remember that.
My PC just like turned everything off and then turned it
All right.
back on.
Haley just launched a cyber attack on you.
Yeah.
I guess so.
That's weird.
She's
Like all
sabotaging
my
it,
fans
dummy.
just stopped.
Haley's playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Is she actually?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. And she's still
Yes, sir.
listening to the D&D music. It seems like.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
That was weird. I don't know why
Your computer back alive.
that happened. I mean, it never turned off. It just like all my fans stopped and like
Did
it sounded like it made that noise that Windows makes when like you unplug an SD or like a
Oh.
USB
Did you unplug
But,
your
like,
USB then?
for a bunch of stuff. No.
That's weird.
The
Like,
Butterdome?
yeah,
Oh,
I think you're under attack, Serge.
that might be. That was weird.
were you doing a system update or
Haley's
something?
sitting in the Hacksaw server.
Where she is.
What? Why? What?
Oh shoot, Emmy just moved over. Whoops. I moved to the
Haley
AFK.
Should just kick her out of it, Robbie.
Should I just kick her?
No, she might never come back.
What's happening?
I'm not sure.
I was just waiting to see how long it would take for you guys to come after me.
Oh, well,
gonna
you might
get
have to
back in
wait
there.
longer. So, yeah.
Oh, the other one's
Yeah, I
there.
don't think
They kind of zen.
Oh,
Okay.
Robbie's
What's
back.
going on in there, Robbie? Report back.
She wanted to see how long it'd take for us to come find her.
Oh
Kind of
my
just like
God.
asking for attention, you know.
I know,
kinda,
like an
kinda
actual
pathetic.
toddler, bro.
The thing is, I guess I can kick her. I can't do anything else now. But if I kick her, she
That
might
would be
never come
pretty
back.
funny.
She got found, so what the fuck is she waiting for
Yeah.
now?
Should I disconnect her? Oh, she's back.
What?
Oh.
You're ratting on me.
No, I asked if I should do something.
Should do what?
Your
Nothing.
mom.
Is Emmy gonna come back?
Your mom.
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually. Did you like poison Emmy against us?
I know, right? Like,
I should have.
It would never have worked.
yeah,
Doesn't seem to.
Emmy's too real.
yeah.
Emmy is too real.
Huh?
We were basically here just sitting and meditating, waiting for you to return. So.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah. Talking about our
And Serge
finances.
was getting attacked
and
by.
We
stuff.
were talking about finding our
Russians.
bank accounts and everything.
Oh.
I did.
Which-
Yeah, I did get cyber attacked.
He did. We did
That
pin
was
the blame on
interesting.
you. It seemed most
Oh.
likely. It happened right after you left the
Cyber attack.
call. So.
Damn.
And it's sort of like
Yeah.
petty. Oh.
Petty.
It's petty that you
Yeah,
would
I
do
would
that
never
to him.
do such a thing.
Like,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
That's whatever. Teach their own, I guess.
Just, it's all right. I mean, you hate him for taking over the D&D session, but like, I mean, to really? His whole computer you went after?
I know, like a little much, but okay.
And the FBI is involved now, so like, watch your back. But
It just
Yeah.
happened again.
Yeah, swatting's not
What?
funny.
What?
She
what
says
is
what?
happening?
Fun.
What is
What is
happening?
Again?
I don't know. Everything's like turning off and turning back on his computer, and making noise. Stuff.
My shit did that
Okay, like-
yesterday during Witchit.
Really?
My whole shit disconnected and my microphone would turn on and off.
What
Oh.
the fuck?
I'm so confused.
It might be like similar to like what it says.
It only seems like it's my fans though, because my cooler isn't.
Mine
Is it
and
your
crypto.
software? Is it your fan software? What do you use?
It might be. It's L Connect.
I'll connect. Is it just your fans that use that?
No, it's my my streamer cables too.
What all do you have open right now?
Let's see. Chrome, Photoshop, Discord, Spotify.
Ooh. You have Photoshop
there's-
open during it? Damn.
You have
Yeah,
Chrome
he's
and
not paying
Photoshop
attention.
open. Yeah, that is why.
I mean, usually I'm
Yeah, I
able
don't
to
think
run
that's
this
why.
pretty fine.
Yeah, that should
Oh.
be fun. I mean, I have like a dozen programs open on my computer right now.
Yeah.
Why?
We also have like 2 graphics
Well, I have
cards on
Discord,
there.
I have Chrome, I have OBS, I have Spotify, I have
I use
my
Firefox.
audio thing.
So true.
Yeah, I know you do.
Goated.
I like it. It was the
Yeah,
one
me
that my
too.
dad showed me when I was like a little kid.
I love Firefox.
She's cute and she's customizable.
Honestly, Chrome is like some mids, no disrespect, but
I mean, I think we all have Discord, our browser, and possibly music on.
Yeah, that's what I
So
got going on
that's
right
at least
now.
3 things going. I have that and Steam open because Steam is always open.
Yeah,
True.
I have Steam open, I have KeyPass open,
keep ass. Like,
Windows Defender open, WinScribe open. I have a lot of things open.
Damn. Makes sense though. But anyways, are we ready for a recap or did somebody go bathroom
is
or something like
your
that?
shit back,
Oh,
Serge?
Yeah, we're
Yeah, I
good.
don't know, Serge is
Yeah, I'm good.
dying over there or something.
I mean, like my PC's not turning off or anything. It's just
No, but nothing's
weird.
like changing on it other than the fan.
No.
Okay.
Weird.
It's
Strange.
just really weird.
Did you get new hardware?
My new
fans.
fans, yeah.
Mm.
Is it only the fans turning on and off?
Did you buy?
That's- I mean, that's what it
Did you
looks
buy the
like.
fans from Temu?
Maybe the connection isn't solid or something. Maybe the wires aren't.
Mm.
I think
Are they the same
so.
brand as the fans that you were using before?
No, they're
Oh,
not.
they're different. They're Lee and Lee.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh.
like a driver got installed that's kind of gunking up.
Unplug and plug it back in.
Yeah. We just take
Real.
apart my whole PC and
Yeah,
just
we don't
Plug the
mind. Go
fans.
for it.
plug them back in.
Yeah, it should only take like what 30 seconds tops.
Oh, yeah, 30 seconds. Yeah.
It does sound reminiscent of like a loose wire or something though.
I don't
Especially
know.
since
Like,
we made a lot of
there
disconnecting
shouldn't be
sounds.
any.
Well, you said you
I
had to get
don't
like an adapter, right, in order to split it to enough.
Just give your
connections
PC a
for
Yeah.
kick.
Yeah. So my guess is it would be that, but
Give it a little shake.
Sure.
I think that would make it worse.
Works every time. Take it right back in there.
Punch your computer. Give it a little kick.
Punch it.
Yeah.
yeah.
A little
Why don't you
percussive
drop
making
it
this.
from like the 5th story of a building or something?
Now that would solve the problem.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
drive out to downtown Fresno right now.
Yeah. Or you know what? Instead,
Load
just
it up.
put it in front
I
of
mean,
your
if
car
you have
and
a
run over it.
ladder, I mean, you can like.
Back up on it.
I like that one.
Drag it behind
Your
your
mom
car.
backs up on it.
Or you could toss it
Yeah.
into your pool too. That would
True.
work too.
That sounds pretty easy. I can
That'll
do
do it.
that.
Oh, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Well, we
Are
solved
you-
Sergio's problem. I'm
Yeah.
ready to go.
Now that we spent
Oh,
10
we
minutes
killed
of
them, but at what cost?
messing around.
I was dead
Now we can go
serious,
spend a
so-
couple hours messing around.
Yeah.
True. Okay. Last time we spent the majority of the session in the same like kind of 8-hour period of the evening. You guys took turns taking watch, and keeping guard over Cedric's corpse and also Irene, who is imprisoned in the keep, where you guys were staying and had evacuated the council members the night prior, or I guess the evening prior, because it has not been a full day. You guys are now level 5, but you took turns watching Irene. Nothing incredibly interesting happening for the first watch, but let's see. We had you were gonna ask you made a plan to ask Cedric some questions via Speak with Dead.
Okay, cool.
And
Thanks.
ended up asking him towards the end of the session the questions that you wanted to. You also used Zone of Truth prior to using Speak with the Dead, and that did work on Irene and getting
so
some answers
nice.
out of her that were maybe not helpful in the sense of like finding out what's going on, but more so just what's going on with Iman. Guntentog had a little memory jog session where he just remembered a painting that was in his family's home, kind of tucked away in one of the hallways, that he used to go sneak out to stare at.
Stare at,
simply
yeah.
for-
Let's stare at.
Yeah.
simply
It
for
was
finding
a
out there were
nice
new
painting.
figures.
For
And
some
that's
reason.
definitely all he did while staring at it.
Yeah. You're correct.
It's a nice painting.
Yeah, it is.
It is a
Yeah.
nice painting. And it was titled The Ire of Iman. We had a very long-winded argument about religion and why Guntentog has a proficiency in religion, or what was it,
That
acolyte
was
background,
funny, yeah.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
had no religion of his own.
Shit.
I think it's both. Both.
You
both
And he
asked-
started
religion
taking
and
fucking
acolyte.
field notes.
Yes. You were asking everybody about their religions. What else? What were the actual? I don't have written down what questions you guys actually ended up asking Cedric, which should have been written down. in my
Yeah,
notes, but
probably.
I completely forgot.
We asked
So-
about
The
Kaisel.
question, yeah.
Yes.
What is everything you know about Kaisel?
Asked about Kaisel,
Uh,
and Cedric just said he was an employee at one point.
Yeah. What is with your form and all the moving tattoos and everything?
Said that it was a lost art of his village, and he was one of the last to receive the tattoos.
What
Didn't he say
were-
specific people can still do it?
Yes, he said that there's only a few artists that exist that can do it.
Oh. Okay. What were your goals, or what were you trying to accomplish?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I dropped my. What goals we're trying to accomplish, but it was specific. It was, gosh, Yen spent so long asking the question. I just can't remember what the question was. It was specifically about what part of it, though. Fuck.
We focused in on the my ally part.
Oh, that was a different question, wasn't it?
It was? Oh, God. I did
No,
not take
yeah,
great
this
notes
one
on that
was
question.
focused on like generally what he wanted. He wanted to wipe this slate clean and find the remaining survivors, and we were like, isn't that what the disease did the first time? Why are we doing it
Oh
again?
yeah.
Whatever.
That's true. That is true, actually.
Yes.
And he asked, what does Iman want?
That he didn't know too much about, or wasn't willing to give
He
you
said
guys
he was
those
like
answers.
a fly on a wall and didn't care or whatever.
Yeah, he was non-important to his ultimate mission.
And then I think the last question was the long-winded one about like what are the connections with the leaders of my ally. and specifically Bojangles.
Also, am I crazy? Sorry, I've been having a long think about this. We were calling him. I swear to God, we were calling him Bojangles last time. That motherfucker's name is Bojambles, right? Am I crazy?
Yes. No. Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought it was your guys'
Bojambles?
joke.
No, we just
Bojambles.
last time we couldn't remember when someone said I think it was Bojangles. We all just did it.
I'm pretty sure I
Oh,
said I thought
no,
it was
it's
Bojangles because I
it's
thought it was Bojangles.
Yeah, I think we were.
Jambles.
We all thought that just was his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we were
Was it
messing
Jingles
with
or Jambles?
It's
It's
Jambles.
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 Well, it's Jangles now.
I know. I thought you guys
Bro
were making
jiggly.
fast food jokes.
No, that time it wasn't
it.
true.
Fast food joke?
I was sitting there. Yeah, Bojangles is the fast food. But I was sitting there like, man, did we name him the same as the fast food place?
No.
That's food place?
Yeah, Bojangles.
Really?
Oh, now we gotta
Err.
go.
Thing?
Where is this Bojangles?
It's in the south.
Charlotte,
South,
North
yeah.
Carolina. Oh, that's far.
Yeah, they're
Road
all like
trip.
pretty
Oh,
far. We
Road
do
trip?
eventually need to
Road
go.
trip.
Okay, the Bojangles Road.
Oh no,
trip.
now we have to go, right?
The streets are
Mhm.
saying their Bowberry biscuits are good though.
That sounds good.
Burberry
Burberry.
biscuits?
No, yeah, the Burberry biscuits straight from London. You know what I'm saying? The Bowberry, they're blueberry, I think.
Mm.
I don't know. I've
no,
never
they're
been.
Oh,
Bowberry, I
Bowberry.
thought. Yeah,
Oh, my fault.
it is your fault.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I said my
but-
fault.
Well enough educated on.
The closest
That's what it
Bojangles
was.
appears to be San Antonio. So right
Yeah.
next
Damn.
door.
Dang.
Right next door.
Texas?
Right.
Yep, that's the
But anyways.
closest is in Texas.
Asked
That-
about the relations.
I know would explain why I said I named him that.
Well, but you didn't. You named him Bojambles, to be clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's something I made up on the spot.
That's
True.
It was.
It
in
was
the back
just
of your brain.
I guess-
Inspired
yeah,
by
exactly.
Bojangles.
I guess so. Must have existed in the back of my brain.
Oh, they have a merch store.
The Bojangles merge. Yes, sir.
We're the real dill.
Huh?
It's their shirt. It's like a slogan. It's "We're the real dill," but you know, like dill pickle.
Yeah,
not
but I don't
dill.
associate
Oh.
them with pickle.
Yeah,
Oh,
interesting.
well.
After the questions, you guys poked Irene's tattoo. And
Yeah.
then thought that you were going to draw kind of the fury of this person
Yeah,
or
At the
demon.
time, we did not realize that she was just a poser.
And you
Oh, yeah.
went to sleep really fast, and somehow ended up actually getting visited by the Hat Man, kind of.
Yes.
Sergio and Vartan failed their roles, so Jens and Deo awoke, or because of Deo's like inherent dream sense, I guess. I don't know exactly what you would call it,
figured
but
out
ASMRs
something.
are privy to dream illusions.
Privy, like
And
the bathroom.
Oh.
no.
Damn it. I was
Um,
trying to get behind your shields.
illusion magic in dreams does not work on ASMRs, so you were able to see through it, but if you hadn't, you
Just
would
trying to
have
get
been
behind
kind
your
of led astray by this figure in your dreams that at the time appeared as Titus, your old mentor, and as a woman on a pier with Jens. Both of you woke up the next morning, which is where we're going to be picking up, with tattoos in the area that the figure touched you. So for Deo, that
also-
was on his shoulders, and on Jens, that was on his palm.
I also was awake and like saw her wandering around.
Yes, yeah, you guys did see
And
a
Keith to it.
figure, kind of just Guntentog and Hunwut, just kind of an fairly regular looking person, elf-ish in origin, at least has the pointy ears. But other than that, nothing particularly.
But she didn't start
remarkable.
regular. She put
No,
her
she
clothes
didn't.
on, her skin in front of the dragon.
Yes, yeah, you guys saw the exposed kind of flayed muscular structure before she put on what appeared to be either disguise or some kind of skin covering that looked fairly regular. Before disappearing into smoke after touching.
After grabbing on people, yeah.
Yeah, Deo and Jens.
So, so we know Anya's a poser or whatever, but you guys like touched the
That's
tattoo and then
Irene.
went to. Sorry, yeah. Irene is full of shit. But you guys like touched the tattoo, went to sleep, and then actually did have a vision and wake up with tattoos. So then, do you guys Do you guys
So-
think she's full of shit, or like do you
My
guys?
theory, as I
Yeah.
said earlier, is that
As-
she was full of shit, and when she was sleeping in the cell right there, she got visited by the
Well,
same dude.
Is that what you think, or what your character thinks? Is what I'm saying.
Well, that's what I think.
Yeah, fair
um,
enough.
I guess I don't know. I haven't thought about my character things. We've only just started playing.
Fair.
Yeah, so I guess at this point the rest of you guys are kind of waking up. It's early morning. Light is filtering in through the basement like window at the top right of this cell. Irene is alert at this point because she woke up around the same time as Deo and Jens. The rest
I
of you guys
ran.
Hey mom.
Oil.
But what? You just wake up muttering
So-
oil?
Oil.
So true.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so true.
Just out of nowhere.
Oil.
Oil.
It'd be funny if your parents were oil barons.
Wasn't he
Okay.
awake already anyway? What?
Yeah, he was.
That's
Yeah, no,
also
no, no.
true.
So
No, I
you
just
said
thought it was funny.
you said I ran.
I
I
ran.
was like, I ran.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I
Yeah.
know it's a
Oh.
joke. I like the idea of it being like in world as well.
You're busting out of your character's mouth.
Ah!
Oh,
We need oil.
We need oil.
See who this is first.
But yeah, you guys are awake, coming to slowly. And you see Irene alert in the center of the cell. You see the somewhat decayed body of Cedric in its cell. And yeah, you guys kind of blink, and it's not a comfortable night's sleep. You were sleeping kind of on the floor of this cell, propped up in various configurations with each other,
I gotta work on my
to try to
swing.
stay warm and
'Cause I
comfortable.
have
But
easy swing
yeah,
off, so.
it's a rough morning. You're a little bruised from the fight the night before, but you are awake.
Cool.
Okay, what's the plan for today?
Aw.
Not die.
Everyone talk to the counselors?
Eh.
What were
That's
the
probably the
counselors gonna
best
do for
idea.
us?
yeah.
Okay.
Are you okay? Out of character. Are you guys gonna mention anything about what happened last night?
Probably we'll find out.
Okay. well,
Yeah, I poked. I was kind of poking around, and
Well, I know we were there for
Well-
that. I'm talking about what happened
Gotta
after.
focus on 'em.
Or
Oh
happened
yeah,
whilst
are
we
you
were
guys gonna
asleep.
mention
Well, what specifically?
anything
Well, no,
and
I'm
everything?
asking out of character. If you guys are gonna mention
Yeah, I'm asking like mention what specifically.
about the dreams, about your tattoos,
Oh,
and the ghost
I mean,
thing.
unless you guys decide to sleep, well, I mean, you might be, considering you just came from the masquerade, essentially. Unless you're in full like clothing for sleeping, like complete regular outfit, it's not in super easy to hide locations. So I will
Yeah.
let you guys know that much. Like, at least for Jens, it's right there on his hand, and for Deo, it's pretty large. It kind of spans the width of the back of your neck and goes over onto your shoulders.
Okay,
so-
so we see it then.
I would say
Yeah.
unless they specifically are like, no, we did not like fucking move and we haven't revealed it. Like, I would say it's not in a hard place to see.
I know my character is not like super smart, but I feel like I can figure out a tattoo appearing and the dream lady coming and touching them while they're sleeping, and
Yeah.
and them waking up all weird. I feel
No,
like
no,
that's
that-
not a hard equation to solve.
Yeah,
So-
that tracks. that absolutely tracks. I would say, yeah, Hunwut and Guntentog, especially because you guys were awake and you know something.
Yeah, to
fishy's
see
going
that
on.
see that creepy stuff. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
When
you
did you
saw
get
you
the new
saw them
ring?
interact with
You
Deo
guys
and
like it?
Jens.
Wait,
Yeah, that's
did
great,
Did they
buddy.
go out last
said
night
go on.
when we were asleep, or what happened?
Yeah,
Well, you
I
guys
got
did joke
bored.
about the tattoos a lot.
They got touched by the lady.
Yeah, I don't know if you
Well,
know
yeah,
this,
we
but
get touched by
By
multiple
Irene?
ladies.
Hell yeah, brother.
Irene
I
came
wouldn't
and
call.
touched you?
No,
She
no,
gave
no,
you
no.
the
The other
tattoo?
lady, you wouldn't. Whatever. Don't worry about it, King.
What?
So you're talking about a lady?
Just
I don't
know I
really
got
know.
touched.
You got
Just
touched
know.
consensually or
Of
non-consensually?
course, it was consensually.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh, pre-given
yeah.
consent, like so you could do it while you were asleep. I see.
What?
Well, because you were
Right.
touched while you were asleep, though, so it's like you couldn't really consent then. It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah, I made sure to give consent before.
well, that's what I was saying. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my fault. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know how it be.
Yeah, Can I take a look
Pre-planned
at your arm?
somnophilia play.
Oh
That's
my
I'm with
God.
it.
Can you what?
Can I take a look at your arm, Dale?
Sure.
Isn't that where the tattoo is?
It's on his shoulders, so it's like
oh,
like somebody put like their hands on your shoulders to like clap you on the back.
All right, let me put my hands on your shoulders and feel them.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'll start like maybe massaging or rubbing on it. Oh,
They're a little warm to the touch, and Deo, you notice that as Hunwut puts his hands on your shoulders, they're kind of cold. And Hunwut doesn't have particularly cold hands. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that. Maybe he does, but
and also they're super sensitive in like the erogenous zone. You're so into it. Or
The
what,
shoulders
like,
or the
not-
hands?
The tattoos.
Oh.
they're
saying my
definitely a little
hands are-
sensitive. No,
My-
Look,
my
Hunwut's,
you guys-
tattoos are-
yeah, Hunwut's hands are cold on your back, which means that the tattoos are warm.
Okay, I see. I like it.
You like it?
Like
I
it.
like it.
Like with like an icy hot type
Yeah.
Icy hot. Are you sure you're
Yeah.
okay?
Jens,
Yeah, you don't
your
like my
palm
sick
is
ink, bro?
hot as well.
So what is it? It's just like antlers. What was it?
They're antlers, but they're done in red ink. So it's like it almost
red
looks like at this stage where it's still kind of tender and warm to the touch, it feels almost like a wound. But it's flat against the surface. It's not it's raised ever so slightly, but it's like an actual legit tattoo. It's not like a open
Right.
branding wound or something like that.
This is nice. I like this. She did this deal?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What is happening?
It happened in your dream? And like, what?
I don't know. I just know I woke up and I got this sick ink.
Fuck yeah.
You know how I be.
But no, I don't. It's never happened.
Oh, they bugged
but-
it.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Jens knows that.
Yeah.
You know that, Piggy?
Huh?
Her also been great.
Your tattoo is warm in the center of your
isn't-
palm.
Isn't that kind of like super racist to call it a...
Oh, is he
call him
not a
piggy?
pig?
He's a boar.
He's a Porcian.
You think he's boring?
What are you trying to say?
He's a boar.
Hey, I'm
Sorry.
entertaining.
Sorry, Mr. Hog. You are entertaining. That's what I'm saying. Guntentog hates you, bro. I love you.
All right.
Okay, whatever.
All right, let's go talk to the counselors.
Oh, okay. I was okay.
Are we,
Are we
wait,
just
what?
breezing by all this?
Yeah, I was pretty curious about like the dreams you guys clearly had in your meeting with Deer Demon that we've been talking about, but like it's okay.
I didn't meet any demon in my dream, only a good person.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Who was
Well,
that good person?
I don't know. They wouldn't tell me their name.
That sounds very good. That sounds safe and trustworthy.
Yeah.
Good people are known
and
to
so
do
you
that.
guys,
I
you guys
think
are
they were
saying that a
just, like-
woman touched us while we were
Yeah.
asleep,
No, I
right?
didn't say that.
I thought
just
you
heard
said that.
I
I'm
thought
saying
you
I'm
said
talking, I'm talking
Yeah.
to him.
Oh, boy.
I'm
Yeah,
to
she
him.
grabbed
Yeah,
all up on
Ookiyo.
your face and shit, and then turned into smoke.
Yeah, okay. I did see her in my dream. I think I did see a woman. She was cosplaying as my old mentor.
Okay, that's kind of freaky.
Okay.
It is a little freaky. It wasn't even a good cosplay.
I just
Oh,
damn.
like really
So
last
it's like
minute
a-
put together kind of thing.
Like a $20
Yeah,
Amazon one?
exactly.
If I was going into
Like
someone's
she
dream
just found
cosplay,
out Anime Con was like
Yeah.
this weekend. She
she,
thought, oh shit, I
honestly,
gotta put
she
something
should
together.
respect you a little more, bro. She coming in like
A
that
little
in your
more effort
dreams,
would
like
be nice.
put a little work in for once.
That's what I was saying, bros.
You deserve
Whatever, I guess.
So,
So,
what did she
yeah.
look like?
Did she want something from you, or was she
I
just
don't
like
I don't
trying
really
to
know.
chill?
She looked like just well, I didn't really see her face. Like she had a mask on. So I
Damn.
don't really know.
Right,
The
cosplay.
deer man.
Was it a deer mask? I can't
No,
remember.
it was
It was a
mask of
mask
your
of
mentor.
Titus's face, just done in
Oh, okay.
Did she have any
Okay.
horns?
Did you have any what?
Horns,
Horns?
like antlers, I assume.
Too much.
You didn't really get a good enough look. It was a sort of blurry
Fuck.
image, that where
You
the
need
illusion was breaking,
glasses?
and she decided to kind of split. But she was holding the mask fairly
Oh, nice.
far in front of her face, so you were getting like the full view of her head. You couldn't tell
Wait,
for
she
sure.
was holding the mask up with her hands?
Yeah, she was using her hands.
Oh.
All right,
One of
well,
those, like, mess
whatever
on the
then.
stick.
You got a little sick tat and
Yeah.
nothing bad happened. So
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll take it.
Yeah.
Could have been a lot worse.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I
Are
guess
we
I should
sure
say
that
clearly,
happened?
clearly you guys are figuring out from the
Okay.
conversation, but I did forget to mention that the deer person can just be a woman. She pulled up like a woman.
Oh, so it was a deer person.
What?
Yeah, like the guy we've been talking about that's like trying to make Arliss kill himself.
Oh.
But- Yeah, she strapped her skin up and then just started talking. grabbing
What,
it.
she
together.
would?
Arliss have any tats?
Well, because they're flayed, you know. But she like put her skin on and started hanging out.
Uh-huh.
She put her skin on?
Well, yeah, can't be rolling around with the tendons all out.
Did she only
guess
touch
not.
those two?
Help!
You're,
Help! I don't.
I think.
You
A
think
Bad
little
I saw.
wild.
that
Yeah,
you
that you
saw?
saw.
Still had horns on.
She could have touched anyone in here, really, but I didn't see it.
Just
I guess she could have, huh?
be a little difficult.
But
But-
no, I
Jamie?
guess it would only make
There's no one
sense that
else-
she touched us. That
Yeah, there's no
since
one
we're
else
the only
finding a
ones that had-
tattoo. But I
Yeah.
mean, like anyone else
What
in the
about, like,
keep or
Cedric's?
Irene could have a tattoo somewhere.
Oh, I was more curious about Cedric and Irene.
Yeah, we should check out Irene. Does Cedric's body look like it's changed at all?
Didn't you guys do something to Cedric's tattoos? Identify them or?
I think Dale like
Yeah.
cast cancel magic.
We tried to
I
dispel
cast
the
magic.
magic, yeah, but
And it made them
worked
stop
moving
for
for a
a
period.
while,
Stopped
moving
for a
and then
while,
it
yeah,
started
but-
moving again.
They're back to kind of writhing on the surface of his skin. As for
And he-
Irene, she's just kind of sitting back up against the.
And he doesn't have no new tattoos, like an antler shape. He didn't get his body didn't get
Mm.
visited or anything.
No, you don't see anything.
Okay. What about
All right, Irene.
Come on, Irene.
Come on, Irene. Shit.
Song.
coming on,
Yeah,
Irene.
thank you. Come on, Irene.
I mean, that song is just about coming on Irene.
I know. Tim
Oh.
and Curtis's brother every time reminds me of that.
That's like based.
Ready?
Jesus. But anyways, are you talking to Irene?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to her.
Also trying to look and see if it looked like she has. any
Yeah, I'm also
new
trying to see
tats.
perhaps if she has any new tattoos or if her already had one sort of changed at all.
Make a perception check. She is sitting kind of far from you guys. She's sitting as far as she can with her back kind of up against the brick.
Yes.
All of us.
Yeah, if you're looking at Irene and trying to see from different angles.
Perception check.
I'm looking
Yeah.
at her and not trying to see. That's not
I'm trying to see you respectfully.
true. Yes,
rolled a
sir.
19.
Okay, that's a 21. Oh, that's a 22 for me. My bad.
Ooh.
21 for
Oh
Deo.
man.
19 for
go.
Ookiyo. Imagine.
Damn, you guys
Oh,
are
man.
seeing.
Well,
We got our little peepers on.
So we're
They have
perceiving
our-
her.
Bright-eyed and
I have a
bushy-tailed.
big peeper on. I don't know about you guys.
She is.
We got a big peepee.
She is perceived. She is seen, and she is now stripped bare spiritually. We understand her.
What?
What?
You know what I mean? Am I right, fellas? We're all there together.
You stripped what?
I stripped a bear. You didn't hear?
You stripped a bear.
You stripped a
Yeah.
bear?
I'd
did
rather
that
strip
happen?
Irene, but okay.
I just felt like taking his clothes off, didn't I?
I don't
Okay.
know.
You did?
Anybody else? Sanbrynn,
You're-
are you
my
avoiding
bad.
looking at Irene, or are you just not checking her out?
I will do a perception, but when I do, I'm just gonna be like staring at her, glaring at her.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
I
glare at
forgot.
her.
We
That's
need to
what
be
I'm doing.
careful with
Thorough.
Sanbrynn around Irene. I forgot about
Sanbrynn,
that.
you need to get your anger under control, Sanbrynn. I mean, what did she do? She like punched you or whatever? No, you punched her actually. What did she do? She tried to kill everyone.
Well, she killed her.
Yeah, she
What?
killed me.
Wait,
Oh.
Sanbrynn, what? Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Pulled her off the horse.
Here.
Yeah.
That did happen.
I shoot her a 23 perception glare.
you are studying her face.
Angie.
I will say between like what you guys were looking for, Sanbrynn, you see the expression on her face really like loud and clear. For despising her, you sure have gotten good at reading her expression.
No, you're
Told you,
enemies, you
spiritually
know?
stripped bear.
And she is kind of wearing this smug look. It's not like outwardly like
Oh.
she's not smirking. She's not like making any expression. Her face is very neutral, but you see this like spark of mirth in her eyes. She is like
Interesting.
pleased beyond pleased about something.
What about us?
You guys, as she kind of for a second she's really trying to keep her back up against the brick. But at one point, after kind of acknowledging and seeing that Sanbrynn makes eye contact and kind of acknowledges her smug attitude, she kind of just turns a little bit to the side to play with the dirt on the bottom of the cell, just like to draw some lines with her finger, and you can see all along her back, you can see the starts of the antlers.
Ah,
What is
Irene.
that?
that's a nice little. It's like a
So
nice
she
little
got
like
visited.
tattoo you have on your back there. That's interesting.
Oh my god.
She
Can
kind
I
of
poke it with the
turns
stick?
When did that happen?
and glances over her shoulder. Says, "Oh, this old thing?
Did you perhaps get visited last night? A little treat for you? A little present?
Perhaps."
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
And she kind of like
Probably
tilts her head and looks at Deo, and I don't know if Yen's would be easier to hide, but Deo's is
On the
pretty
hand?
obvious. I mean, like if you just turn the hand away from her, like she technically
yes, that's
wouldn't be
true.
able to see it. But with the shoulder, it's like no matter which way you turn, you can kind of see a little bit of it. And she kind of just smiles and nods a little bit.
You're stoked you finally got the attention you wanted after like everyone else in town did? That's big for you.
Oh,
That's
that's
huge,
that
really.
again.
I know.
Shakes her head and
Good
laughs.
for
And she says,
you.
"Yeah,
Oh
Jab
my
all you
God,
want."
I'm getting fucked.
Okay, thank you.
Can we poke it?
Yeah, can we
Yeah,
poke
that's what
it?
I was saying. Let's poke it again.
You're a prisoner. You can't stop us.
She she does kind of
Be
turn
careful
and
what you
sit
say
on
there.
her heels back to you and sort of wiggles her shoulders, and she says, "Go on ahead."
Fuckers healed.
Oh, she
You
wants
would have
us
poked,
to.
stick boy.
Yeah, go ahead, stick boy.
Okay, then
Just
I
need
don't
an
know
animal
where it
to
went.
poke her
Poke an
with.
animal with a stick.
Poke a stick with an animal.
Yep, don't use your hands. All right, here we go. Poke.
You poke her back, and she like over exaggeratively shivers.
Maybe I'm just not doing enough damage.
I know that shit.
I poke it again. Poke.
She kind of grimaces. She's like, "Oh God, I think you got a splinter in there."
Do it again.
You want to? She kind
Yeah.
of swats it away with her
You know,
hand.
if it doesn't happen the third time, it's not gonna happen at all. So you know,
Yeah.
one for the books. Poke.
You might as well, yeah.
Yeah. Or tries the charm.
She just kind of smacks it. She
You
is
said
gonna try
to.
to grab it. Can you make me a strength check, please?
Got it.
Oh no,
Oh,
she's
sorry,
armed
I
now.
bonked
You
you.
can't let her do it.
Oh, whoops.
D20 equal 2.
Man.
Roll D20 equal 2.
There you go.
Okay, 14.
Yep. 14.
I'm feeling Guntentog lost.
I haven't rolled yet. Oop, not great. You yank it out before she's able to grasp the.
As I wiggle my finger.
loser.
That
She
was naughty,
pouts-
Irene.
She
That was
pouts
naughty.
exaggeratively and plops back against the wall.
I am the one who pokes.
He's
I am the poker.
You should
He's
know
a
better,
certified
Irene.
poker.
I barely know her.
So true.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see
Don't
what
tell that
happens
to
again.
Guntentog.
Except we know Irene pretty well, so I poke her.
Do we?
Well, I've
Sure.
already done it like 7
Pouts bigger.
times.
All right, well, have fun down here. See you.
And then smack the stick against the cage. I'm the
Jeez.
poker.
Wait, we decided we needed to watch her all night, and we're gonna just leave her by herself now that she has a
Isn't it,
tattoo
like,
that she's been
daytime now?
wanting.
Yeah, probably not a good idea.
I can stand watch her.
I'll stay and watch her.
Absolutely not,
Doesn't
Sanbrynn.
sound like a great idea, Sanbrynn.
Oh, maybe we should just kill her.
Why not?
You think so?
Yeah, she's kind
Well,
of
now
fun
that she has
alive.
a
Wait,
tattoo.
Sanbrynn, you might be cooking.
It's
Might
fun
be
having her
cooking, Sanbrynn.
alive. She's entertaining, but it feels like it would be a mistake at some point to not just put her down like a rabid dog.
I'm gonna shoot her a side glance and and say, who'd even stop us? All the counselors are on our side, anyways.
Sure.
Murder in cold
Ooh.
blood is wrong,
That
guys.
is true.
Let's
Not
not
cold
do
blood.
this.
Well,
She's a
good thing
conspirator.
Good
Cold
thing
blood
Irene
is
has
what
warm
happens
blood.
down.
Yeah, that
She
blood's
tried to
pretty
kill
warm,
everybody
so let's
here.
just do it.
What?
She kind of
No.
rolls her eyes, but doesn't seem to react past that.
I do not agree. I do not think we should kill her.
I don't
Blood
think
is
we should
warm,
kill her
it's
right
not cold
now.
blood.
I want to, but I don't really. I sort of want to. It's probably the right idea, but I don't really think we should.
I
don't
think
want to
it.
kill her
I
right
don't, it
now.
depends.
I think in the future we might need to, but
Alright.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, in the
If
I
we want to kill
future
her,
maybe,
we should at
but
least let her
for
out
now
first
it's whatever.
and give her a
no, we should not let her out. What are you
Hey,
saying?
what did you just say?
Give her a
Then it
weapon.
wouldn't be in cold blood. She would have a weapon.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I challenge
Ah.
you to a duel.
Yeah,
Exactly.
the Geneva Convention will have nothing against us.
Geneva
You better-
Convention.
You have a right to armed combat for your freedom.
Trial by
We'll give
combat.
you a stick.
Yes.
like the creators of the pig wall would have wanted.
It's true.
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah. Gotta have morals, guys.
Anyways,
Okay,
I'll
well,
stay
I'm not
behind. You guys go
since
talk to
I'm
the
the
counselors.
And what the fuck are
Okay.
you gonna do if she tries something?
I don't
I
know,
will
but I
gladly
don't want to.
lend a
I don't
hand.
want to leave Sanbrynn here.
I guess you'll like punch her a bunch. So
Yeah. To be fair, as far as I know, she doesn't use magic, so
it's true.
She uses
Yeah,
tattoos.
Far as you
that's a
know.
good point.
Her nose is really good though. You should probably bring in like some dookie.
her
Might ruin her
nose.
night. Yeah.
Yeah, cover yourself in poop.
Yeah. Shit yourself to get one over on her to own the lives.
Right.
That one girl took that time. What was her face? Oh my god.
All right. Well, whoever stays behind will be the glad owner of this stick. It's not my quarterstaff, but it's a stick.
Tempting.
Good
Damn
luck.
good stick too.
Damn good stick.
Am I staying behind then, or someone else?
You're
Other than
volunteering.
Sanbrynn?
I'm holding out the
If
stick
nobody
right
else
now.
does, I certainly will be.
Well, no, I'll volunteer before Sanbrynn.
Sanbrynn will not be staying behind. Sanbrynn will be like hogtied and removed.
Yes.
If need be.
Will someone grab the stick out of my hands? The
I
one
will
that
take
would
the
stay
stick.
behind? Okay, here you go.
Okay.
Why doesn't Guntentog just stay here with the stick?
I don't know why, but he
I
was
wanna
not
talk to a
volunteering.
counselor.
So a
I
counselor.
want to
What
talk
are you
to
gonna
the
ask them?
You know what?
You're
You're
gonna
right.
ask them, Keith.
You're right. I'll take the stick back. me and Neil will stay behind.
Irene, anything you want us to ask the counselors? Anything you're trying to know about?
She glares at you out of the corner of her eye and doesn't say anything.
Oh, well, fine. Don't be friendly then.
Friendly.
What does that tattoo mean?
The real one, not like your pathetic copy.
Can I hit her
She
with-
opened her
can I
mouth for a
hit
moment,
her
but
with
when
vicious
Hunwut
mockery?
chimed in, she
Sorry.
snapped it
No.
shut immediately.
What do you? She said, "Take all the jabs you want." That was permission. Now she's withdrawing. Crazy.
That was
Whoa.
drawing permission. She said nothing.
Oh my god! All
You
of a
can
sudden,
do what
it's a
you
big
want.
deal.
That doesn't mean you're not
guess.
gonna have to deal with the consequences.
That's true. Man, I thought there was free speech in this country.
There is. That still doesn't mean you don't have to deal
I
with
thought
the
there was free speech. My First Amendment is being violated
Of
blatantly.
course it is.
They always
know.
do that. Am I right? They always do that, bro.
You're
Telling me
right.
I can't just sit here and say whatever I want to anyone? Are you fucking serious?
But you can.
What does this world come to?
What is? I thought we used to be a country, straight up.
But we didn't.
Can you get this fucking socialist fucking owl out of here, bro? I'm trying to talk to the adults.
How
Well, I think
older
we should
than
just
you
leave and
are?
leave him here.
Yeah, we should go.
All right, the rest of you guys are going out
See ya,
to.
Pipsqueak.
Who are you calling?
Who are you
Pipsqueak?
calling Pipsqueak? Ookiyo, Guntentog, Irene?
Leave it up in the air. Whoever feels most insecure
Uh.
about their height can take it to heart.
Yeah.
All
Hold it up
three
in
of
the
us
air.
take it to heart.
Yeah, it's like all three are like, ow.
I
Okay.
think that says more about you than me.
He said that he meant you, and then all three of us were like, "What?"
But anyways, the rest of you guys, so Guntentog and Ookiyo are staying down with Irene.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Bye, Irene. I'll see you later.
She rolls her eyes this time a lot more obviously. But
I'll pray for you.
You're staying here.
I know. Yeah.
He's staying at Hunwut.
They're leaving.
But
Oh,
you
you're
gotta pray
saying to
for us.
Hunwut. Oh, you were saying
What
to
a nice
Irene.
guy.
I was like, what?
Wait,
as
what
you
god are
guys,
you praying to?
Great
oh
question.
god,
Which one would
What
you
again?
prefer?
Which one would you prefer? You're making the prayer.
But
Which
he's
Yeah,
making the prayer
yeah,
for you.
I'm making the
so-
prayer for you. So
Yeah, but I don't think God's just
I don't
listen to
believe in a
whoever.
god, so whichever one you want.
okay,
It's like
sounds
really your
good.
business.
I'm
Sounds
gonna
good.
tell Irene, stay useful with
Which one would you prefer to do?
with
I-
what's it
I
called?
heard-
Words of terror.
Oh my god.
oh my god,
gosh.
yeah. What do I roll?
So do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Hayley's so excited.
I love
He
this thing.
sounds so
4.
happy.
Doing words of terror over my prayer.
So
No, to Irene.
Said 4 so happily.
I know. She's excited.
so
Narratives.
let's see. Once per short rest, you can speak to a humanoid. Blah blah blah. It becomes frightened.
Oh,
Scary.
For an hour or until it is. Yeah, so for an hour, she's just gonna be scared for an hour.
oh my god.
Of just
So she
anything, or of
immediately, you
you?
guys watch as Irene, like, during her giant eye roll after Hunwut said that he would see her later, is suddenly the eyes like freeze on the top like left corner of the cell, and then she affixes her gaze to Sanbrynn and basically launches herself backwards as far as she can, like sliding on the cell
Isn't
thing,
she already against
pressing
the
herself
wall?
up against
wall?
the corner of the cell,
A
the
good cop,
opposite corner,
bad cop
farther
thing.
from
Wow.
Sanbrynn.
Why did you do
And
that
you
to
can
start?
Sanbrynn.
We were trying to talk to her, so it wouldn't have worked then. Probably.
Well, now that she's
Yeah, so now
frightened,
she
she might
just
tell
has
us more.
the fear condition.
But
All right,
the rest
What
of you
did
guys
you
head
do,
upstairs.
Sanbrynn?
Okay. Well, I'll pray. There's this old god I know. I learned it from the pig wall days. My father told me.
What god is it?
What's his name? Oh god.
His name is FSP.
Okay.
His
What?
flying. I think it's FSP. It's this ball of.
FSP?
It's this ball of scary. The flying spaghetti monster is what they call it. FSP for short. So I'll pray. So I'll pray to that for you. I heard it's good luck in their culture.
Thanks.
Big wall
The
era.
Pastafarian
Thanks,
goat.
Guntentog.
All right. Amen.
I appreciate that.
Amen.
Raw man.
Amen.
Raw
Raw
man.
man.
Dude.
Oh man, this is our new edge.
No.
Well, this is a real thing in real life, though.
Yeah.
But not in D&D.
Yeah, but
Well,
we've
it
given
is
it
in
a
D&D
slightly different
now.
name and a slightly different catchphrase.
Well, it's
FSP.
FSM. FSP, that's right.
And instead of amen, it's ramen. There you go.
That's true in real life.
Oh,
That's
man.
That's what the FSP for.
yeah.
Oh god.
FSP.
Anyways.
Thank you, Guntentog.
You're welcome.
That was much needed.
May
That was beautiful. That really was.
May FSP guide you.
Hey, ramen or whatever.
You guys make your way up the cellar steps into the general the more utilitarian hallway that goes to like the kitchen and the cellar and the other areas into the central part of the keep. There are several counselors sitting and quietly having breakfast with one another. There are several that are not downstairs or not visible, but you can see, a few here and there chatting quietly and eating not a meager breakfast, but just definitely more bare bones, as there's a lot more people in the keep than prior.
You're talking about the counselors, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's in
There's,
there?
right at the moment.
Is it all
you
of them,
see-
or
No, you just see a few. You see Igneous, Adarl, and Gilly eating together at a small table. You see Eris coming over from chatting with Marjorie, the kitchen mouse, and bringing over a plate of what looks like some kind of breaded meat or pastry or something.
probably
some kind
mouse? No, I'm hungry.
More mouse.
No. And
Low
a
on
cup
food
of
with too many people. Turn to the mice.
Cup of coffee.
Yeah, it probably is mice,
Oh,
bro.
That's cute to
and
like
there's-
deep fry it though, or whatever Haley said.
deep fried. God, a mouse.
Is it deep fried?
It looks like it's fried some way.
Sheesh.
Shallowly fried. Okay. All right.
Yeah, like a pan fry. It could be beef. It could be something else. It doesn't.
Something
it's
else.
Not
Let's
super
ask her.
descriptive.
Yeah, where's Big Marge at that?
Eris passes you and sits with the three other counselors at this small table. But you guys
Yeah,
head over to Marjorie.
That's our main supporter table.
Yeah,
I might
Marjorie.
check in on Marge.
Okay. You head over
Okay.
that way, and she's kind of frantically turning what looks like some kind of breaded patties in a shallow pan, and is
What's up,
setting them out to
Marjorie?
dry on a tray.
Hey, Marge.
Good morning.
How'd you
how
cook
can I
up the
help you?
mice today?
It's not mice, it's beef.
Oh, come on, be real.
You know where beef comes from, right? Oh wait, I'm not with
I
you.
know where beef comes from.
From mice. Yeah, that's right.
You know what? You know what? Eris looks like a cow, and she eats cow. So, shush.
That
We
might
can make
be
fun of her for
racist.
it if you want. But
No, do you want food or not?
yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. She like grabs a few plates and plates up this like crispy, like it's basically a country fried steak. It's just pan fried beef kind of ground into a patty and fried on both sides. But she gives you that, and then she gives you a small cup of. She says, "Do you want coffee or do you want we have a breakfast mead."
Breakfast mead.
Ooh, breakfast mead.
I
She
will
Those are
grabs
my
certainly have
breakfast
my
meat.
meat in the morning.
a tankard of it, and she says, "It's it's
Oh, yes.
barely alcoholic, but it's quite tasty."
Barely.
Huh?
FSP would be
You're
upset.
still not there.
I know.
You're
I'm just,
an
hey,
alcoholic.
okay.
What do you mean?
I'm
You're
not
just
there.
listening
I
up
know.
the
I'm just
stairs.
listening. Wait, are you guys out of the building yet?
Yeah, they've been
Oh,
out of
okay.
the
Dog would
cellar
shudder
area. Yeah.
at those words.
No, I just dropped
But
a
he felt
sending stone in
a
one of their
disturbance
pockets.
though when she said
Yeah.
non-alcoholic.
There's been a disturbance in the force. But Marjorie hands you each a plate and a cup of this kind of pinkish mead. It has a really floral scent. And she says, "We usually steep it with rose petals, so it's a honey wine with rose petals. It's quite nice."
Ooh,
Thank you,
Yummy.
Marjorie.
You're
thanks,
welcome.
Marge.
I won't forget
You're
you tried to throw Eris under the bus though. I won't tell her though, because we're tight. You know, I mean, we're like
Ah.
this, but just know, a little bit of whataboutism never helped nobody. I mean, confront your own cannibalism allegations first.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. She says, "I'm not going to feed you anymore."
Oh, come on. You love feeding me. I'm an eater.
She
Peter, you
goes back
barely
to
know
flipping. She kind of puts her hands on her hips and then realizes that the next patty that she's frying is starting to smoke a little bit, and
Oh no.
it
Bye.
goes
Have a
and
good day.
deals with that as you guys walk away. Are you guys sitting somewhere? Are you going to talk to some people? What's the plan?
Is that those
Mm.
counselors that you mentioned are all our little friends at the table? Are they the only ones in there? Or?
No, there's some others. You just have to kind of find them. They're not like all super obvious. You do see
Okay.
Anya has finished her breakfast, it seems, and is reading a book over by the front. The rest of them you might have to look for a little more.
Okay. Well,
Who should we sit with?
I'll go to the chill group first. Really ease into things.
Who's at the chill group?
It's
Igneous,
Igneous,
Adarl,
Adarl,
Eris, and
Okay, yeah.
Gilly.
whoever else. Gilly.
Yeah.
You approach the table, and Adarl and Igneous, who look like they didn't get very good sleep, are sipping gingerly at their coffees. Eris has completely downed her beverage, whether it was coffee or mead, you can't tell. And she has worked half her way through the breakfast. But she's eating too fast to talk. Everybody's kind of not grimly silent, but just seem a little exhausted. Gilly's making like conversation about how at least the weather seems a bit nicer today than it was yesterday. It was getting a bit chilly.
Yeah, they're really looking for any silver lining, huh?
Yeah.
At least it warmed up a little bit. After a guy tried to burn down.
Yeah. But they see you approaching, and they kind of move to scoot a couple of smaller tables together to accommodate you guys.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Igneous says, "Good morning. How'd you guys sleep?"
Just chilling mostly, except for a couple of us.
Yeah, it's an interesting night for sure. Got these sick tattoos last night.
Are you tatted up?
He kind of nods and he says, I was gonna comment on the ink. I didn't think you
Are you like in a
had any
tank top? How
tattoos."
you got your shoulders out all the time?
Sorcerers
Uh-huh.
don't typically wear a ton of clothes, but I mean, if
you're
you've
a
dressed up
naked
now.
man?
No, I mean,
I'm
like
naked.
they usually wear like large pants and like either a sash kind of top or like very little. It's just
Shirtless
at least
with the
how they've
parachute
been
pants. I love that for you.
how they've been depicted in the past. But Deo wears a cape and stuff, so there's no
Famously
reason
covering
why
the
he would
back.
be. Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily have your tattoos out, but if you
Unless
don't
you're
specify
feeling yourself,
otherwise.
you could have cut holes
Yeah.
in the shoulders of the cape just really show your shit off. But
That's up to
I
you.
don't know. That's
They don't have to be
doing a little
visible.
too much.
it's doing a little too much. Yeah, it's like sticking your shoulder in people's faces like on accident with air quotes. Like, oh guys, what's
No, I
up?
gotta be a little. I gotta be. Oh shoot! I need to be a little more nonchalant about it.
You do.
He then doesn't see it and just instead he says, "You got tattoos last night?"
I did. You want to
No,
see 'em?
not me.
Sure.
I'll show him.
He kind of he says, any particular reason why the antlers?
Well, I got visited by a strange woman in my dreams last night.
Who is him on?
You see Gilly, who's kind of sipping halfway through the coffee, kind of
You guys send in the guy who doesn't keep his mouth shut. I'm going to tell them everything.
She kind of chokes on the coffee for a second and puts down the cup. You said you were visited by Iman?
Yeah. Antlers,
Yeah,
flayed, demon thing, whatever. You know.
You know who that is?
I've only heard of him. He's used to scare children
Oh,
at
she
schools.
pulled up as she. Actually, she rolled up as she. But
Yeah. So it was interesting. I had a dream about my past, when I was a young child, and she kind of cosplayed as my mentor.
Oh,
A little weird.
no kidding. I mean, that sounds like it's worth talking to Anya about.
in real life, she just sort of touched his face and then turned into smoke. So
You said Anya?
Yeah,
Joy,
I mean,
yeah.
she would.
She's the religion person.
Thinking
She
about
would. She would know the most about if it was a religious event or if it was a demon or what Iman is. I mean, like I said, we just used it as a kind of scary
so you
story.
haven't been visited? Word on the street
No.
is dude's kind of been around in people's dreams here for a while.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that there was actually a creature in existence, but that I just thought he was a boogeyman of sorts.
Why is he here?
Apparently it's an actual person.
What'd you say, Vartan?
Why would he be here?
Why are you so quiet all of a sudden?
I know, Vartan. Enter the room you're supposed to
Vartan
be in.
knows that.
My bad, guys.
No, you're fine. I'm trying to figure out why you're so quiet.
Well, he's louder now, I think.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Am I?
A little bit,
Not
maybe.
for me, but let me turn you up a little bit.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello?
hello. There it is.
Better.
All right. My bad.
No, you're fine.
Got that mouth in his mic now. No, mic in his mouth now.
Poking a stick with an animal. Part 7. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, so you were saying, why would he be here?
Yeah, that
why is Amon in this town?
beats me. I mean, a lot of weird shit's been going on, so I don't doubt that he's attracted by it. He's kind of a
Forgot the Irish part.
mischief lover. I don't know why he'd be here.
He's a mischief lover.
Mischief lover? His idea of mischief is sometimes kind of strange. Dude's been like telling my dog to kill himself or whatever. Not to air his shit out, but
her face kind of blanks and pales, and she's like, "Oh, I like I said, he's just a children's story for
just a silly little guy, you know.
That doesn't seem like it. He seems a little more sinister, but
sometimes
like I
he's
said,
just hanging around. But
that doesn't seem particularly pleasant.
Also visited Irene, just FYI. She got tatted. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
She's awfully
Speaking of
chipper
Irene.
about it.
Yeah.
And
Did
she's
you
a
guys know
certified
about
freak, huh?
Irene?
Does what?
Did you guys know about Irene? How weird
I
she
mean,
was
I
and that she was working with Cedric?
didn't know that she even liked Cedric, to be honest. She did a good
She
job of
doesn't.
hiding that.
She would like to mount him on her wall.
Oh.
Yeah, she hated him.
But she liked the ideas.
That's
No,
almost more concerning.
I think she liked
I would
that
certainly
Cedric
think
was going
so.
to spare her.
What?
She said that Cedric promised to spare her or something, or
think-
give her her land back.
I think it was
give
just
her
because she was going to get like
family home back.
Oh yeah, she wanted her family home back.
Yeah,
that was
that's
her whole
what it
reason.
Oh.
She fucked with the removing of like everyone so she could have her spot back, which was kind of crazy.
Right. So basically, she just wanted to kill the whole town.
Yeah. So what's the word on the family home thing? Why can't she just have that bet?
Well, she was brought to Ulfgar as a child. I don't know much about. I'm sorry, I don't know much about her past. I know that she didn't have any family in town, and she was fairly quick to make her ways through the ranks of local
Mm.
affairs.
Right.
She's intelligent and driven, but
Yeah.
Well, she seems to think that she's entitled to some sort of property here. I don't know, cuckoo. Woo-hoo. Well,
for a moment, she kind of goes silent to kind of think for a bit to see. And at that point, Eris, who kind of swallows the last bit of the breakfast that she had been working on, kind of butts her way into the conversation, and she sticks out her massive, like, hoved hands to, I guess, whoever's been talking the most. So probably Yen's first, to be honest, just because she's a more I don't know, she's larger, and Yen's is like she
saw an
reaches her
animal
hand
people.
out. And she says, I don't believe we've
Those are
officially
unhooked.
met. I'm Eris, Secretary of Trade.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Good to
You
meet
have
you too.
really pretty fur, by the way.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I
No,
said
I
your
just-
hair is good.
What?
What?
She kind of shakes her hair out of her face, and you can see her eyes, but she's smiling. She's just a little confused.
Perhaps the worst compliment giver of all time.
Well, my
she's a
bad.
charmer.
man.
What do you mean?
She kind of tilts her head. She says, "Oh, I apologize for interrupting, but I just I don't think the property's here, because as far as I know, she's from up north.
She said she was like raised in the
North.
mountains or whatever,
Up
but why would
north.
the presence of Ovkar affect that then?
Well, Cedric showed up. Oh God, what was it? He's been a council member for so long. I'm not as old as he is, so I have a hard time getting the history right. But I remember that there was something to do. The girl was dropped off at the doorsteps, essentially, with like, she was raised by a really disconnected aunt, I think.
Is the aunt
I
still
just know that
alive?
her folks died somehow. She was orphaned pretty not young, but she was teenager, I think. And yeah, she was mountain folk, but I'm
She was
thinking
mountain folk? Damn, real shit.
Fuck.
Your mom is mountain me. Anyway, continue. Sorry, I just had a really like a Tourette's, you know.
Eris kind of glances down. Again, not super perturbed by it. Just kind of continues the train of thought. But yeah, I don't know that she ever had any land here, unless she's referring to her aunt's estate, which she inherited and lives in.
Oh,
But
Well,
well, she's a
yeah,
confusing woman.
I mean, I don't think it's really worth looking that far into it. She's kind of bonkers.
It's
so-
worth looking that far into it.
That is
The
true.
cat is a
She
little
is
biased.
bonkers.
The she is bonkers, to be clear, but the cat is a little biased.
Well,
Eris says, "Well,
maybe.
I mean, I'm here to do what I can to help solve this, so I can get back to my regular job." And Darl kind of nods, and she says, I'd say you're best to start with the Iman situation. I know Anya would be able to help you with that, but as far as Irene goes, if you do want more information on her, I do know that Rowan was closer in age to her, might know a little bit more.
Gotcha.
They didn't get along great, but they got along better than most did with Irene. So she was like Eris and Gilly were saying, she's diligent, she's intelligent, but she wouldn't invite anyone over to her home, it seems.
Yeah,
For good reason.
she's a certified freak.
Out of character, who's like the council member for foreign affairs?
Foreign affairs and trade, I believe, is Eris. Let me double check that it's
Eris.
both. I don't want to mess that up. I should have them memorized, but I know she's trade. I might have called it something different in my notes. Oh my goodness. I need to open up my whole document.
I have Eris down as Secretary of Trade.
Yes. Yeah. Secretary of Trade, parentheses, foreign dealings. Yeah. Okay.
FSP, yes.
What?
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 An older
Oh.
god from the days of the
page
big
from-
wall.
page
at
Oh
the
my god,
remains-
from your notes?
Yeah.
the remains.
Oh
I
shit!
love the concept of
Which is-
Guntentog having the worst
Yes.
drawings. Oh my god. Just like
Wow.
completely nondescript, no
It's so
color.
good.
Page
Just-
17.
Age
Those are his
17.
art, right?
I want to
Page
see the
17.
16 pages.
Oh, that's left of FSP's image is scrambled.
Photograph
See
in the days
reference
of the big
picture
wall.
above. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
Goes so hard.
Imagine is scrambled.
Yeah.
And then he's imagined scrambled. So
Imagine
true.
scrambled.
MSP, comma S.
Speak on my-
All that remains of the image of it's all that's left of SPF. As FSP, comma S, imagine is scrambled. That's awesome. That's a couple of sick sentences.
Oh my god.
Art.
Oh wow.
Oh,
so cryptic.
none can write it like you do, Keith.
Keith, I can't do anything better than this. I don't think you understand.
I don't see how you
Oh,
could
it
ever
makes perfect
replicate
sense.
that.
It's just
It's a work of art. That is
Yeah.
that's a Keith original for
You could
sure.
never do
That's
that.
Holy.
You're gonna get more pages.
Gonna
We
kick
need
your ass.
There's no one else
Oh.
out there like Keith.
Sorry,
wanna
Curtis
beat
came in and
up?
put his cold hands on my back.
Oh,
I was wondering
Oh my
whose ass you
God.
were kicking.
that's what I did to Deo, and he loved it. So
every week I'm gonna come up with a new god. I'm just gonna
You're gonna
post
come
it
up
right
with
here.
a new
Yeah.
god.
slowly revealed
For the
Holy
entire
look.
campaign, you played a. Hey, get out of here!
Cleric.
I'm gonna punch you. Why are you putting your cold hands
A
on me?
wizard.
Dang.
No,
No,
last
you
campaign.
played a cleric
I
all
last
last campaign, and not a single god mentioned except for the edge.
Well,
And
there was
then
only one
now,
important one then.
well, I guess so.
He's
monogamy, not
yeah.
monogamy.
Monogamy.
Like the Scarlet.
Monotheistic.
No, he's a monogamous believer.
Monogamous. Now he's a polyamorous.
Yeah, I'm a monogamous.
Oh,
I
yeah.
only fuck with one god.
Anyways. What was
Yeah,
I
I'm a
saying?
wizard. I
Now
want to be
forgot.
knowledgeable.
Yes, Eris
Yeah.
is the Secretary
Oh,
of
yeah.
Trade and Foreign Dealings.
Okay. Why were we asking that?
Oh yeah. Eris, how are the relations with Maele?
She kind of scratches the back of her head and she said, up until the Axiom accident, they were pretty positive. We had a pretty stable influx of dew and the vodka that you folks make, and we were sending back furs and pelts and meat, and
Mm-hmm.
it was working pretty well via our normal routes, but after the crash, I've had a hard time getting through to anyone.
Yeah,
the
well,
options
because
we
they-
sent have not come
Because they
back.
were trying to like kill Ovcard. You have to understand this.
Well,
Yeah.
I seem to have a better understanding now after a literal terrorist attack.
Of course, that was in part from Cedric, so really it do be your own. But
Yeah, no, it is not lost on me. Domestic, but
anyway, yeah, Bojangles is half reincarnated in Amaris, and they're trying to. He hates everyone, and he's crazy. Working theory.
at the point where everyone is in their breakfast, like chewing, everybody stops. Igneous kind of swallows and like painfully kind of winces at too big of a bite or too unchewed. What did you say?
I said, Bojangles is like half reincarnated in Amaris, and he pokes out sometimes, and he's crazy and working theory. You know what I mean?
Adarl and Igneous kind of exchange looks, and is this out of our realm of expertise at this point? Is this some kind of and you see Adarl get kind of a pained expression. Is this like
do any of
magic?
you know anything about possession?
Absolutely, it's magic.
Yeah, definitely magic.
Adarl puts her head in her hands and just like
I mean,
drags her
yeah.
hands down her face. This is out of my depth.
Yeah.
I should have retired 5 years ago.
and also out of ours, we're just reliably informed. We don't do magic.
I mean, I just don't know how else you would explain possession.
Oh, you're correct.
And we have received reports from an unnamed source that we did not contact with magic that sometimes Amorous becomes like an entirely different person.
Yeah.
We also
Saw it
received
myself,
reports from
actually.
yeah, that's true. That's actually true.
At that moment,
And that Bojangles was trying to reincarnate.
Adarl's eyes fly
It
wide.
was
and
all.
she
It
says,
was me, Bo Jambles. I'm here, possessing Amorous, here to wreck your shit.
Said that word for
What?
word.
You're Joe Gambles?
Sorry,
Joe
Adara was about to say what?
she just her eyes go wide and she says, "Did you locate Amorous?"
Nah,
I thought you had him.
no, we don't know where he is. I think.
He was being held by Cedric
Oh.
Oh,
as
yeah,
a
something
guest in his
As a
home.
guest.
no, he's probably like
Bruh.
there. He's probably still there, hanging out, living life, or he probably just like
Yeah.
left. I would say depends on who's in charge, because Amorous is really
I
stupid.
hope he doesn't have
And
the
also
tank.
like a nice guy. If Amorous is in charge, probably chilling.
True.
Oh yeah. Did we tell them about Cedric's tank?
Oh yeah, Cedric had a
Um,
tank for real. By the way,
Yeah.
Eris kind of finishes wiping her mouth and, oh shit, really?
we sabotaged that. We didn't let the treads get finished. Yeah, that was a while ago.
Oh.
We didn't really sabotage it. We just took the ammunition.
Well, yeah,
And the wheels.
but also we
treads.
kept his little robots. We killed his robots to keep finishing the treads.
Oh yeah, the robots were gonna build it, but we destroyed them.
But yeah, that's in the gigantic complex under his house,
Yeah.
connecting to
It's
Nine
like
Tails.
99%
Which you
complete. or
should
something.
check out.
You should
Yeah.
check that out. Yeah.
Right.
You guys are admitting to
Um,
vandalism?
No.
What about vandalism?
What?
Never mind.
We were invited into his house. What do you mean?
Yeah, he did tell us to go to his house. You were there, Adorl, right?
That's damn true. That's damn straight.
yeah,
I'm
she
not
was
there.
there.
She says,
It's part of
I
the
don't think
tour.
that Cedric would have any complaint to make anyways.
Well, he's also
Oh,
dead.
he is
Yeah.
dead.
He is dead. Yeah.
Yes, but
And
anyways.
we can't, and that won't change for at least another 8 days.
What do you mean?
8 days? Where'd that come from?
If we
The
wanted to
length of
contact him
the
again.
dead.
I
Yeah.
thought it
Oh,
was 9 days.
9.
Oh,
I think it's
Yeah,
8.
9
I thought
days.
it, my
I thought it was
fault. Well,
10
it's been
total.
1 day, hasn't it?
Yeah, so
Oh,
it'd be
yeah.
9,
Right.
not 8.
You're
Today's
right.
the first day.
Okay, you're right. You're right. Sorry, 9 days. Hypothetically, though.
um,
I have no idea what
I
he's
can
talking
guarantee nothing will be different over the next 9 days.
she kind of like nods hesitantly and
And beyond.
she says, okay.
Probably.
But they kind of just continue their breakfast, and you guys are left to continue yours, unless you have other stuff you want to talk with.
Fellas, I feel I did not drop all those bombs very tactfully.
What?
I feel like I didn't really ease them into that. I kind of just dropped information on them. I'm not sure
They
they
didn't really
Yeah.
overreact that much.
Ain't no
Yeah.
harm in it.
They did like spit out their food like 3 times. So,
They're kind of
There's
just trying to
no
finish
harm.
their thing before.
and I appreciate. I guess we're having this right next to them, but and I appreciate their commitment to ignoring like what's right in front of them with us. So that's awesome.
But they look exhausted, and as you guys are kind of sitting there, several of the other counselors start to kind of walk downstairs and
Cool.
start their breakfasts or just eat
Breakfast.
something small and grab a cup of coffee. As the morning goes on, you see Anya reading a book in the corner. Nine Lives eventually kind of slinks his way
Yeah,
downstairs.
he and Rowan, we did have chats.
And he goes
Wait,
off
9
to
lives
sit.
is there?
Yeah, he goes off to sit by himself at one of the
He's
tables.
brave, even just
I'm
showing
chasing him down.
up. Obviously, I'm gonna follow.
You guys like suddenly like stand up from the table, like the chair's like
All right,
scoot
catch
back.
you later. We got a guy to talk to.
You know what?
Harris
I'm gonna
looks up
follow
from her
as
second
well.
plate and waves. But yeah, you guys can head over. You guys
You
in
might
the
get
cellar.
picked up if you come.
I'm just coming to make him uncomfortable.
Oh, you're going upstairs with 9 Lives? Or no, you were already. Yeah, you were already there. I was thinking about Guntentog and Ookiyo.
Yeah.
Ukiyo and Guntentog, what are you guys?
I wish I
are
was
you guys just watching her?
downstairs with.
I want to ask
Bet
her
you do.
questions again.
Okay.
But
What you
I
got?
don't want to cut in if Other
No,
than
I'll
social
give you
gatherings.
guys because they got their
Yeah,
little
go for it.
segment with the first
We
group.
ended our
so-
conversation.
Okay. Now that the midget isn't here, do you want to tell us about what that tattoo means?
It's sweet that you think he's the only thing preventing me from talking.
Okay, well, it seemed like he was the
I'm
only
her
thing
favorite.
preventing you from talking last time.
I'm her favorite. She appreciates me.
I just
That
find
and
him
the
more
cat, to
annoying
be
than some
fair.
of you.
The cat
Ookiyo, do you
was-
want the poking stick? It'll probably help.
Why do you keep poking her?
It's worked so far. We got some results.
Did we?
Questionable results.
Got some
Good
results.
That man's a scientist. He's right. We got
The only
information.
thing you've done by poking her is give her the strange tattoo she wanted. Just to be clear.
I only poked
Results
one
are
strange tattoo.
What?
But I only poked one strange tattoo. It's just
Yeah,
kinda
but it
crazy
gave
how-
her the strange tattoo she wanted.
And actually, you did poke that tattoo also.
Yeah, and you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you poked both of them.
Yeah, I should have poked Deo's and who's the other one who had that tattoo? But that doesn't matter. I should have poked them as well.
Just for funsies.
You know, sometimes you don't have to poke things, you know?
You're not there.
No, I'm just telling you.
You're gonna tell the poker not to poke things, bro. Why don't you try to change his nature?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I flipped through my book. Do I even see anything?
The hell are you looking at your book?
What are you looking for?
What are you looking for?
What you
To see
always
if
say that?
The man loves his book.
I know.
well, that's how I know about FSP. It's because I
Why
had
I
it
love-
written down.
I also love unprompted opening it up to look through it for nothing and then saying, "What am I looking for?" Like Hayley's gonna
Yes.
bail you
No.
out.
Okay, let me rephrase. I'm looking to see if the tattoo, if any of the images in my book match up to the tattoos that were
Okay.
poked or images.
Oh, okay.
I would say this is not something that you're familiar with, except for that it is just kind of jogging your memory about that painting. You can't really separate the two. Now that you know kind of the name, it's hard to remember what you know of it separate from your experience with it in your childhood.
Separate from your experience with it, yeah.
I'll figure it out.
I'll be honest, I don't understand that one.
Just because I just can't get out of my mind that every time he sees anything to do with the deer thing, he just thinks about fucking cranking it to a painting.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know if that's what you got from it. I just like the painting.
Yeah, a lot.
Anyways, but yeah, I would say your book doesn't necessarily. You wouldn't have come across this unless you specifically set out to study it. I would say you do know that much.
Oh, you studied it all right.
Okay. I got nothing else.
All right.
So back to Ookiyo then.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know what else to ask. I wanted to ask more questions and I kind of forgot about them.
Oh,
You were taunting her with the
Good.
fact that Hunwut was no longer there to torment her, so she should be more willing to speak.
Well, and the cat too.
And the cat. That's true.
torment's a harsh word.
Well,
We're
okay,
bonding in a
maybe
way.
not you.
We're,
The
like,
cat was
gently
kind of
ribbing.
though. Well,
Gently ribbing.
you were doing a little
Exactly.
more than that, Sam. Yeah, I can't think of my questions right now. I'll write them down.
She
next
sort of,
time.
yeah, she settles back down into a semi-comfortable position in the cell.
Actually, I'll ask. Sorry, I'll ask.
No, you're-
What other beef do you have with us then? You know, other than the fact that we beat you.
She kind of scoffs and she says, really, you're just preventing me from doing what I want to do. It's not much deeper than that. I don't.
Yeah, but you.
I don't know you.
Started preventing us from doing what we wanted to do before we started preventing you guys.
Sure, but I guess I'm not keen on the order mattering just so much as I don't want to be here.
Right,
And
but if you didn't mess with us, then we wouldn't have been in your way. So, like, I'm wondering why you started messing with us. Like,
messing
what?
with you came to my home.
You guys were sending guards after us and stuff, and like.
You
Like-
guys, I mean, you can blame me all you
Okay,
want for
yeah,
Cedric's
gotcha.
actions, but I
Yeah.
didn't have
What about
anything to
that
do
ma-
with
what
his
about that
final
masquerade,
choices.
huh?
I mean, you're on his side.
Yeah. I didn't telegraph his every move. I didn't know what he was doing, especially not with you.
What
I
the
didn't
telegraph?
think you were an issue.
Also, who visited your house?
The little one.
Yeah, okay.
I just talked to her. She invited me in.
But you still visited her house.
Yeah, that's
And-
true, but she makes.
I was
fun.
wondering
Pig
who
was in the
visited-
backyard, so they were clearly looking at me for something.
Backyard. Okay. Oh wait, didn't we have like a key or something we found that we thought belonged to Irene?
What?
Did we?
I have no idea.
It had like a red feather on it or something.
Key?
Yeah, we found it in Cedric's like basement thing or whatever. Was it, or did we not think? it
Oh,
belonged to
the heart
Irene?
keys.
No. The heart's
I'm
different
trying to
thing,
look
right?
in my notes.
Oh yeah, the heart is an
Yeah.
amulet.
Oh no, sorry. It's a rabbit's foot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we might have.
Oh yeah.
But you do be hunting for real.
Did you lose a key with a rabbit's foot? I thought it was colored red, but it might not have been. It'd just be my memory playing tricks on me.
I think it was red.
Okay, see, that's what I
Um,
thought.
Look at your memory.
And she
Memory.
uh
Not playing tricks.
she has been kind of not disengaged, but certainly not super interested in answering your guys' questions. But you see her eyes go wide at the mention of the rabbit's foot. You found it?
Yeah, it was like locked up in like Cedric's basement or whatever. Is it important?
It was in his basement?
I
Well,
think that's where we found it.
Is there multiple basements?
It was in the place where he was manufacturing things under his house. So I'm just calling that his basement. I don't know. Like,
No,
what-
I'm just trying to think when he would have.
So that wasn't like a you helping him thing. That was like a him holding something hostage from you or whatever.
Live reaction, her finding out that Cedric's not a good guy.
Yeah.
Funny
She
enough, the
kind of-
attempted murder of the entire town didn't quite do it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it didn't include her, so it didn't matter.
She crosses her arms and
Is that
Just-
important to you or something?
you could say that, I guess. Yeah, it's important to me.
Okay. What's it for?
The key to my parents' property.
And that's what he said he was going to give you.
Yep.
Ah,
Hmm.
I see.
Is it still in the same town, Ovkar?
God no.
Where is it?
It's not a town. It's just a house.
Hmm.
It's just off 30 miles or so north of here. Doesn't matter. You guys aren't going to let me go back to it. I don't know why I care if you tell you. It's already
Oh,
a fucking shithole anyways.
I don't know. We might take you back there.
Just a warning, we will take the poking stick.
Excellent.
I
You're a
mean,
gardener, that's right.
I mean, you're more helpful than why would we have a reason to keep you from going back?
None other than enjoying whatever this is, having me prisoner, knowing that I can't hurt you from inside a cell.
Well, okay, you're prisoner because you were trying to hurt us.
And who's to say if you let me out, I wouldn't try again?
Oh, you probably
Hopefully
will.
you
That's
will.
how we
Oh,
had the
no,
stick.
yeah, you probably. Oh, or you probably will.
That would
but,
be-
you know,
I would have to assume that you have entirely goodwill and would just let me go scot-free.
Well, no. Nobody was saying we'd let you go scot-free. We were just saying we might take you back to the house. I mean, we have the key.
Yeah, and that much is not worth
Obviously.
it. It's,
Or-
like I
I mean,
said,
we like houses.
a shithole.
And she would really rather
That
stay in the
shithole.
cell, huh?
Then why did you want
Then
it
just
if
go
it's a shithole?
back. I was going to fix it up.
Oh.
Got a bit of an infestation, and Cedric was supposed to help me clear it.
Infestation? Like zombies?
What do you mean?
No, just these
You got bugs in your
creatures.
home?
No,
These what? I'm sorry.
just some creatures. Just
Ooh, I definitely want to steal her
Wow.
house.
Yeah, why are you being so cryptic
But you
right
guys
now?
don't know about this.
Right.
No, I don't. Yeah.
She kind of grimaces and she says, "Well, the arrangement was I wasn't going to hurt them.
That-
They're," and she kind of tilts her chin towards Cedric's body.
They're his people?
Yeah.
Oh. Is that how you guys came in contact with each other first? Did something
She-
happen between your two peoples?
She sighs and nods. She says, when the colonizers got to Ovkar, they pushed out the Vrox, which is Cedric's species. And we were hunters. We would pick them off, but we couldn't handle a swarm the size of Cedric and his families. So I escaped. I went and lived with an aunt, but I didn't know Cedric was one of them for the longest time. And when I did find out, I nearly killed him, and he promised me to help clear my family's home, even though there's nobody there now, and there's no real reason for me to be there,
Except you want to.
except I want to.
Okay. So where about you said north of here? About how far north?
30 miles ish.
Yeah, 30 miles.
miles.
It's not a easy trip. 30 miles, but it's a good day's worth of uphill. You can't take an ox. Can't take a big beast. You got to do
Okay.
little
You
horses.
gotta go by foot or okay, by little horses.
Or the goats here work too, but they're slower. More precise, more careful, but slower.
Okay. Now I gotta think.
Well, how soon will they get back from the counselors? Because we could make it in a day if we really tried.
Just the two of you?
Just
Or the three of you?
No, all of us.
She said it's a day's travel there, a day's travel back. And you'd have to face the entirety of what's left of the Vrock clan.
Are they all as powerful as Cedric?
She kind of shrugs and she says, I was a kid the last time I encountered them, and they were pretty awful. So I mean, they weren't gonna let me live. I was protected. But that was just because of my parents. There was no reason I really should have survived it.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I got nothing else.
If we
We
were
gotta
to
wait for the
help
group to come
you,
back.
would you tell us more information about the tattoo?
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion check. Persuasion. Oh gosh.
Charisma. Good old charisma.
15.
She kind of tilts her head, and you want to know more about Iman?
Yeah, and what the dream and tattoo means?
She kind of crawls over to the bars and sticks your hand through. She says, "Shake on it."
Mm.
Oh, I don't like that. Shake on it.
Make
You
sure-
can see
make-
kind of
hey,
her
make-
little
make
wolfish
sure-
smile. She's got her little canines.
Make sure she's reaching as far as she possibly can for that handshake, so she can't pull you.
That's not what I'm worried
What?
about. I'm worried about what I'm shaking on. What? Why does she
You
want to
said
shake
if-
on it?
Correct me if I'm wrong. You said if I give you more information about Iman, you'll help me get my place back.
We don't even know how tough that's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. We'd have
Uh-huh,
to
shut up.
scout it and figure out. I don't know. I don't want to make this deal while the others are out, but
That
once
too.
we discuss with them, maybe.
She starts to withdraw her hand.
That's fine. I don't care. She can withdraw her hand. I'm not shaking her hand right now.
Yeah, okay. She pulls it back and places it back onto her lap, but she's kind of just sitting W-legged at the bars. She puts her forehead against the cell bars.
Well, at least we know something.
Yeah. We learned that we have
So-
something we can use in negotiating.
Yeah. That house is too far away to, just go out there and check.
Yeah, unless we had another way to check. I'm sure Cedric might have had a way to check. What if we can see something he had?
Don't we have someone in our group that can change into things, or no?
Maybe. Are you talking about like druid, like changing into animals,
Yeah,
or are you
animals,
talking?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter.
but what would
Anyone could
that-
turn into a bird, pretty much.
Well, I literally am a bird. Why do you need someone that can turn into a bird?
It's a good
Well, I
point.
guess
though.
that's
I
true.
should
Can
turn
you-
into a faster bird than you and mog you.
What? There you go. Okay.
But yeah, we'll jump
Oh, well.
back over to, or what did you? Do you have another question?
No,
for her?
no, that's it. I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay.
Thank God you
Um,
didn't shake right then. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not shaking. That was, I'm not shaking that right there.
She was fucking pranking. She has like barely any more information to share, and she was ready to just tell you like, he's like this. All right, no, fix my home. You promised.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I
That's what-
would have killed her at that point. Or burnt her. Actually, no, I would have burnt her property down. Then,
Oh,
Oh Jesus!
then killed her.
Oh, I like that.
That is disturbingly vindictive. That
We
is
take
crazy.
Wait,
her
what did
out
you say?
there.
That-
we
that-
act like we're
Sanbryn's
gonna
like,
help
"Hey,
her,
I wanna
then we
burn her
burn her
property
house down.
Yeah. No, yeah, I would follow along with
I
the
like it.
helping her out. Get vanquish the tribe or whatever. Let her
Vanquish
taste
the evil
victory,
demons.
and then burn her house down.
But
Mentally unstable. That is crazy.
I do feel like we got some information. Like I didn't realize the rock people or whatever were pushed out by the people of Oakland. I don't know if you guys do that, and I missed it somewhere.
Yeah.
You've known that in the establishing of both Mayale and
Yeah.
Oakcard, there
kinda
was some
forbore.
dispute. But yeah, no, you didn't know specifically that it was the Vrox or that that Cedric had anything to do with that. So it's fairly new
Yeah.
information.
Novel.
But the rest of you guys are heading over to Nine Lives, who's sitting in the corner.
That's my goat. My cat.
Yeah.
What's up, Ninetails?
Hellos.
You see his ears flatten back against his skull, and he puts his coffee in the
Hey,
book that he was
buddy.
reading down on the table.
I mean, this is a safe space, and surely you didn't come down here after everything with everyone if you were afraid of being talked to. So
Talk to her.
talk to
Ninetales, you knew this was gonna.
Damn
you knew this
right.
would happen.
Plus, we saved you. So
Yes, and for that I'm very thankful.
all right. Well, if you're so thankful, let's have a nice, honest chat here.
How you doing, Ninetales?
Scoot up the chair, sit on it backwards.
I actually like scooted up my chair and sat up straight in real life, saying that too.
He says I'm a little tired, but nothing too terrible.
how are you feeling now that things didn't go your way since you were so wildly stressed about it?
He kind of scoffs. He says, if I'm being honest, I'm somewhat relieved, if a little bit disappointed. But
Why
So
were you
you're
on
just
board with
follow
Cedric?
along with his plan for what shits and
Why
giggles
were you
then?
with that plan in the first place? Actually, what's the end goal for you of like Ovgar getting wiped out?
he was. He had two modes of threatening the people of Kara, and one of them was biological warfare by means of a deadly disease that would most likely spread to the rest of the continent.
Yeah, with the train. Got it. Sure.
Yes. And he had another that was purely physical, that would take over Ovkar. I believe he was building some kind of machine.
Yeah, he was building a tank. We sabotaged it.
You sabotaged it.
Well, of course. We weren't going to let him use a tank, were we?
Well, I didn't know you had found it, but
Oh, yeah, sure. On your property. The entrance. Yeah.
Well, that is partially why he needed my help. Was
I know.
access.
That's not what I'm asking.
No, I know.
I'm asking why you're on board.
He threatened me, and he has my family, which I've been trying to get a hold of.
Hey, there's worse reasons.
For the duration of the last few days. And if it didn't go my way, and Cedric had succeeded without my help, I would most likely not be here. So
Right. But he died. So do you think your
He
friend
did.
was like alive?
I don't know. Like I said, I have not been able to get in contact with him. I don't know where he took
Dang.
them.
You should have told us before, bro. We would have asked Cedric's dead spirit.
Oh, you practice necromancy then?
No, but we don't worry about it. It's not your business, brother. I'm just
Of course not.
saying,
That would be illegal.
if you were more forthcoming, you would get more answers. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know that I will have much choice now, considering I am almost certainly to stand trial.
Yeah, but whatever.
Uh,
You didn't help in the attack right there, obviously, at least. So and the tank wasn't used.
Yes,
The train failed. So
thank goodness.
Yeah.
and you're coerced. There's things we could try to argue to help you if you're like helpful to us.
How can I be of service?
That's a great question, fellas. How can I be of service?
I didn't think of that.
I know. Hold tight. We need to have a group meeting. Huddle up.
Little huddle.
Thoughts? We came over here for a reason, but what was that reason?
I just came here to make him uncomfortable, to be completely honest.
Sure, that's part of it, obviously. I need Deo to chime in too, though, because he's the most Ninetales experienced. Segregation.
What did you want?
We're trying to figure out what the hell we're talking to Ninetales for and what we want out of him.
Are you there?
Can you hear me?
You're
Eh? You're just not talking.
Oh.
Okay.
If
well,
you've
now
said
we
anything in
can
the
hear-
last-
Yeah, are you
yeah.
trying to talk now?
Yeah,
the
we can
only
hear
words
that.
you've been able to
Us?
hear are oh, there he is for a second. Is the internet going crazy?
Yeah. All we heard is, "Can you hear me?"
Yeah.
I know.
The
Crazy.
only words we heard.
God.
Can you
Oh
hear
yeah,
us?
now your internet I
Yeah.
can tell is cutting
Yeah.
out.
Occasionally I hear him just going,
Oh,
oh.
no.
That's all right. Take your time, buddy. We'll wait.
Das
Like Patrick
Botten.
with his pet rock in the race.
Well
Or
said.
snail or whatever
Well
that race.
said.
I can't remember. What's up? I mean, what was you
Oh, I was replying
There
to Keith.
goes.
We could take his guards.
could take him? Like, what do you mean? Like to prison or
like,
as
use
our
them.
guards? Like, okay, yeah, 'cause they
Ooh,
get
should
after him. Yeah, who
should
were you?
we ask him about what's her fucking face's role in all this?
Whomst.
You know, that person I hate.
Irene?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh yeah, we could see what he knows about all that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if Serge gets back in the call, so we can at least hear it.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Okay, well, while he's coming back, I'm gonna get a snack and a drink.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh yeah, I gotta refill my cup.
Little potty break.
Night,
Yeah,
mommy, I
bye,
love
bye.
you.
Hey, John's
Night,
mom.
Hey, John's mom, love you.
Night, John's mom.
Oh, Ninetales has money.
Yeah. And 9 tails.
Yeah, we should take 8 of his tails.
You should. That'll teach him a lesson. Ball sack cat.
Wear them like scarves.
Tail scarves. But there'd be bald scarves though. So
Oh, really? I forgot.
welcome
That's
back,
you.
goat. He's muted. That doesn't help.
Yeah, you're still dead, homeboy.
Speak your words.
Muted.
No. No. Yeah. Your shit wasn't even lighting up.
Damn.
Hello?
Oh, is he trying
Oh,
to?
There you
wait,
go.
wait. There he is.
You like on your phone? What the heck happened to your mic?
God. Yeah. Dude, I'm so fucking over this.
What happened? Just the
You
internet's
sound like you're
trash, or
talking over on a radio.
Yeah.
That's tough.
It's actually pissing me off.
were you able to hear us fine the whole time and just not we couldn't hear you well, or
Yeah.
okay?
I love the 10-second delay.
It's not
Unfortunate.
10 seconds, but it's
Is it still being delayed?
Not
only
anymore.
a little bit. This is workable. It's just your responses aren't like prompt, but they're workable.
God, dude.
Maybe not.
No. It takes like a few seconds. But yeah, we were thinking we were gonna ask Ninetales about those guards that were killing you in Guntentog, about Irene, what he knows about her, role, and then other stuff. I don't know. We didn't really come up with much.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Yep. Yes, sir. We were thinking about asking Ninetales about Irene, what he knows about her and what she wanted, about his guards that were trying to kill you guys, and what was going on with everything. And then we had no other ideas, so we kind of
Are you eating?
my boy is munching.
I know.
Can you hear that? Shoot.
Yeah, it's like loud.
So- I know.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's
sound
why
like a
he wanted to.
cartoon.
Oh, he just wanted to just
Yeah.
start munching right now.
I don't know if I can put noise canceling on this.
That's whatever.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't
it's just
care.
funny.
It was just funny.
But what else do you want to ask?
Yeah. Did you have anything else you wanted to ask him? Because you were one of the ones. That, I was too, but I can't remember what I wanted. So
I wanted to know about why he was in on the deal.
yeah.
It's
Oh yeah, we learned that already.
Could you hear when he told us?
oh really?
Yeah,
No.
he said Cedric's got like his family locked up.
So he kidnapped his family?
Yeah, that's what he says.
That sucks.
Yeah, right. So we'll see what we can do about all that. But
Okay.
I was telling him, bro, you should have told us that before. We would have asked his spirit. Now you gotta wait. We don't know where they are.
Ninetales, if you would have just said that earlier, we wouldn't have had to go to your house at all.
Right?
And we wouldn't have had to lay the pipe down on your guards.
That's what happened. The guards got the pipe laid down on them.
Definitely not the other way around.
Kind of grimaces and he says, I don't know that you were really on my radar for the first few days of your arrival. I didn't really know who you were. I apologize.
Really? Cedric didn't tell you?
No, he did not.
Yeah, he probably wanted to keep it to himself how much of a big baby he is.
Yeah. He knew about us.
Did you know about his big tantrum he threw when he invited us to his house and it didn't go his way?
I know that he was in a particularly pissy mood one night.
God, he's a little baby boy.
He's moody
Yeah, that's a nice way to say
quite
it.
often.
Was.
So.
Was, yeah.
Oh, he's dead?
Oh yeah, he's looking up at us now from so
Oh. Ugh.
You want
He
to see
kind
his
of
body?
visibly relaxes, and you see his ears kind of go from flat pressed back against his head to at least like airplane ears.
Unless he's got some
that
crazy
calms
tricks we don't
him,
know.
given that he doesn't know where his family
Yeah,
is.
but now Cedric can't like kill him and his family, so for failing.
Yes, yeah.
He's dead, barring him having some crazy stuff. I mean, his tattoos still move, but they're like alive on their own. But we did something that's supposed to talk to the dead guy's spirit and spoke to him, so it's looking good. You know what I mean?
The necromancy again, yes?
Oh, quick! Don't throw around that word.
Well, what do you call it?
I would call it very legal and very
healing?
cool and not magical science.
Yep.
I mean, if it
Culturally
is an
goofing
advancement in health, I think the Secretary of Health should know about it, yes?
I think maybe you're not going to get your family found if you keep talking.
He kind of stiffens again and kind of nods and says that,
I think,
yes, right.
you know, the banter is great. Love it. Like you to be a real person. Maybe not the threats about getting us like in jail. That'd be kind of ass if that happened. So
a poorly timed joke. I apologize. I mean, obviously, you're not users of magic, anyways.
no.
so-
Well, okay. Listen,
Never
the whole
used magic
council,
in my
the whole
life.
council knows we are. They just close their eyes to it. I mean, we.
Right. Yes.
Well,
I
the
was
whole
invisible.
council,
I was
don't
invisible
know.
talking to Pauline during the attack. Like I was.
Yes, I did hear something along those
Yeah.
lines.
So you know,
Does the
Wait,
whole
Cedric,
council know?
not Cedric. Fuck me.
I think if they probably don't know, they should be able to figure it out. I mean, Adaro must know, but
No,
she just turns
Adaro,
a
I'm
blind
pretty sure
eye.
must know.
She
Igneous,
turns a
I'm sure
blind eye
must
as
know.
long as it's helpful. Igneous obviously knows.
Yeah. You guys
Um,
have done literal magic in front of him multiple times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's a chiller. And so, you know, I mean, at some point, they must figure this out. But so,
No, Ninetales knows for sure.
but what I don't want is Ninetales knows. You'd be talking to that. Cedric knew. Irene knows. What I don't want, though, is Ninetales going to the council saying we're doing necromancy. There's a bad connotation. Is really, I don't love that.
Yeah, not great for us.
That would look worse for us than like, wow, they use magic to save all our lives. They're heroes.
Yeah.
So let's stay away from the N word. Well, maybe
What?
not. Let's not call it that. Stay away from that too, my man. But
I mean, we should stay away from it also, but
yeah, but not the one I meant.
Wow, that was strong.
That was some goal.
He sounds like a
Yeah.
cartoon character.
That's
Go,
nice.
go, go, go.
It's funny how the
Ow.
chewing and the gulping are more clear than his when he talks. Like it's like Hayley when Curtis talks is more clear than Hayley is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That just caught me off guard. Sorry, it was so cartoony.
Your drinking doesn't sound like that in person. You just...
It just for whatever reason.
I can't believe you guys can hear that.
It's crazy.
I know you're
Barely
like
hear you
your throat is all we hear.
he is the
Oh
throat.
my god.
That's so funny.
Okay. But yeah, so I guess so. I Ninetales. Sorry. I didn't want to start off on the wrong foot. I didn't mean to. We will find your family. That's not in doubt. They're just people. What do you know about Irene though? We're like gathering info on her.
He kind of gets tense again, and he, she didn't die.
No, she's in jail down there. We've been
Mm,
talking with her for like all night.
got her locked up.
Fucking wish.
He kind of glances at you, Sanbrynn, and there's like a mix of emotions. I mean, he was fairly rude the last time you interacted with him, or at least somewhat interacted with him, but you feel a sense of
stayed dead.
yeah, he kind of gives a very subtle nod, and he says, I won't lie, I'm not the bravest man, but she scares me.
Yeah, no, she's scary. She's a freak. She's a weirdo. And if she had the chance, she would almost certainly kill you and mount you on the wall. So,
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
and she'll kill all of us too if she ever escapes. Well, she'll try, but you know, she's also
She can't kill us.
she is entertaining. You know what I mean? There's a certain value in that. She's witty. And right now she's locked up and giving us information unwillingly. Well, mildly willingly, sometimes lying. It's whatever. But I would love to know what you know about her and her motivations.
Well, I know after this, at least, she was going to get out of the town. I don't know what I was supposed to do with my family when Cedric took over, but I assumed he was just power hungry. But anyways,
Well, he was, but
yes, yeah. Irene is she's followed me home before. I don't know much about her, except for that she's a pretty ruthless council member. She votes in favor of some of the more harsh policy making, but
surprised me.
she's
I'm sure she wanted to turn you into a carpet.
He kind of like loosens the collar of his shirt.
Don't worry, she won't. You wouldn't be a very fuzzy carpet.
I tend to agree, yes. But I think ultimately she is just self-interested and wants to achieve what she wants to achieve. I don't get the feeling that she is ultimately for the destruction.
No, she
Let
said
me
something
rephrase
about
that.
okay.
I don't think she is inherently desiring to kill everyone, but it's a means to an end for her. She is willing to crack a few eggs to make the cake, as they say.
Yeah.
Or make an omelet. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think she's like a murderer. I just don't think she's that particularly worried about doing it. If she feels like she needs to.
I think she's a bit worse than
She
just a
takes
murderer.
some pleasure in holding things over folks' head.
Yeah, that's why it's really fun to hold things over her head right now in jail.
I can imagine.
I'd like to hold her head.
You are as crazy as her. I don't want to disrespect you, Sanbrynn, but let's tone down the rhetoric. You are getting more and more out. I would like to hold her head.
Yeah.
No, actually,
Detached from the
continue
rest
going.
of her body now.
I love it when it's really funny.
It's funny. It's just wild.
It's every time you say something that's like escalating on the last one. Yeah.
You're starting to realize you're a crazy person.
Let's kill her and mount her, like strap her to the walls to tell everyone what we do to our traitors. Like, what do you want?
Yeah,
I mean, she does the same thing, but like,
let's burn her alive.
No. Burn her house.
Right. My fault.
we
right.
can burn
So
her alive in the house.
True. 2 birds with 1 stone, really.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
She said something about wanting a family home back, and Cedric could give it to her or whatever. So that's what she was helping. I just hoped you knew more details.
She's not very forthcoming. I'll be the first to admit. We were barely co-workers. Just unwittingly, or perhaps I think she knew that I was working with Cedric, of course, but we didn't interact much aside from talking with Cedric. He was also attempting to use, along with my space, he wanted me to start convincing members of the council to see the urgency with which your presence, I guess, caused a bit of a disturbance, and he wanted to address that as quickly as possible. So.
Yeah, he did not like us. Did you were you just doing that to please him, or did you also like not like us?
He kind of gives a pained smile and he says, if in the sake of honesty, I've not really gotten a chance to like you very much.
That's fair. But I asked if you don't like us, not if you're like neutral.
He grimaces and he says, I don't particularly like you, I will not lie, but I do not think our interests are
crazy.
Unaligned now.
I guess we did go to your house. Huh?
Yes, and if I remember correctly, one of your voices has been in my head before, and he kind of glances
Yeah,
at Deo.
well, that was
So
after
you didn't enjoy us coming to your house?
That was after you spurned the advances made at your house. Those were in good faith.
I don't know that they were. I was extraordinarily on edge, and you seemed
Well, I
not.
wasn't there, but
No, I just mean your group was
yeah,
not
you
particularly.
had a chance to just like come clean and be on the right side and not. But
You were
people that-
random people. How was I supposed to? Like I said, Cedric did not mention you to me. I just thought you were some members of society. That what am I going to share? Council.
Just saying.
I.
I mean,
Anyways.
they did explain. Well, I'm not there.
We're here now.
Anyway, yeah. So whatever. What about Rowan? What do you know about Rowan?
Oh, he's a interesting kid. He's hasn't been on the council for very long, so he needs a little bit more experience.
He voted with you guys. Is that just because
He
Cedric had him tricked, or
he did. He voted with us because Cedric had managed to convince him that he was not the cause of that essentially you were the cause of the outbreak of the disease in the hospital that they're experiencing.
there's an outbreak in the hospital?
Yes, just
They didn't keep Henry in his bubble.
Henry?
Coppet, the conductor
Oh,
of the
the
train.
conductor.
Yeah.
I guess something went wrong, but they've been trying to contain it for 48 hours or so.
Oh, so it started like how long before the party?
About a day.
All right.
And was this part of Cedric's plan too?
He says I don't imagine that it wasn't, considering he wanted Rowan to be on his side, and
he also wanted the disease in the town. So
yes,
he was
it
blaming
was
us for it.
yeah, two birds with one stone scenario.
Seems awfully convenient.
Yeah, we
But,
should have put Henry there.
Yes, that's
can't
about all I know.
Okay. Was that underground area with you and Cedric only being used to make that tank with the little bobots, or?
Well, originally it was a family crypt of my family.
What happened to all your family in the crypt?
No, just a historical burial site. It's still down there. It's hidden. It's underneath the. It's just a lower part of the crypta, but obviously we cleaned up the top area to use as a more workshop space. I don't have many ancestors, but the ones I do have are buried underneath.
Huh.
Okay.
Been here for a long time then.
My family has, yes. Since right about, I mean, they were here as some of the first residents of Ovkar.
Do you know anyone by the name of Faisal?
All wizard?
There used to be a bookkeeper or a shop runner. I can't quite remember. I used to just frequent the artisans area.
You mean Battenhatch?
Yes. The owl and
What about him?
he that was his husband, no?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Not very well known, I think.
Well, if I remember correctly, when they were younger, they were not as subtle about it. But I pick up on things.
What about the magic part of it?
That not so much. They kept that better hidden. There was a rumor going around, but then we haven't heard from Kazel in quite some time. So.
Oh, really? He only left like a few days.
Well, usually Batten is not closed for more than a couple of days in a row, but it's been about 3 now. So.
Hoping you might know
Might know what?
where Kazel might have gone off to, but or anything about him.
I'm sorry. I only knew
Or
him
where
in
he might have
passing.
been working under your house.
Yeah, he also had one of those rooms down there with his boots down
No, that's.
Cedric said he worked for him for a while.
Oh, that could be the case. Like I said, I don't know that I ever crossed paths with him. Anywhere besides the store, but he could have very well been working with Cedric. There were quite a few people that would come in and out and help with different parts of the project without knowing the full story.
Do you?
People he hired.
Oh.
Did you ever know the full story?
I knew parts. I knew. I don't think I knew the full story. Honestly, I thought that the train was a threat, that he was going to detonate it somewhere besides Ovkar. He didn't say that he had already completely loaded the train. He was never forthcoming with when it was coming into town and what would be happening. He engineered the spores with the help of a local farmer.
Yeah, Nehemiah. I know.
Oh, you know, I've only ever heard of him. He was fickle.
He's been taken into our custody for a long while in the plant.
Well.
We've sort of been.
I hope he's in capable hands.
Quite good at what we do. Yeah, he's chilling. Lifelong love, really found, I would say.
Oh. With who?
Well, that guy over there, that's his Pookie. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Pray for them. They're going through kind of.
That's wonderful. I'm happy that happened for you.
Yeah,
you see his eyes get a little misty. Just at the mention of finding a true love or something.
I will not ruin the magic for him then.
He he kind of brushes away the forming tears and
What do you know what was up with like the sending stones in Igneous's house that was listening to us, and like the centaur that came to try to kill us? Like
centaur.
When the centaur was like rolling through Ovkar, he was like in here looking for people.
Yes,
he was like looking for us. Do you know anything about that?
With Amaris. He's housed with Amaris at Cedric's place.
Are they both still there?
He nods and says, I mean, as far as I know, the last time they were there was before the masquerade, so I would assume.
So he doesn't work for Cedric, he works with Cedric. He almost certainly works for my ally.
Almost certainly if he came from my ally, I would have to assume.
I couldn't tell you where he came from, could I? But
well, if he was coming from out of town, I mean.
Yeah. And considering Amaris also for my ally.
Yeah.
All right, okay. What about anything about a plot to kidnap a woman and turn her into a goose and stick her in a tower?
He kind of squints and tilts his head and I'm sorry, that doesn't
That wasn't you guys. Already, I mean, when we arrived, she was maybe a swan. Already swanned up in the tower. We had to free her, and it wasn't you guys. That wasn't the gang.
I don't believe so, but like I said, I don't know the extent of his plan. So
helping us with that was the last thing Liber did before he left. So I was hoping that was related to you guys in some
way. He says, I can help you look through Cedric's home, try to find.
Well, I'm a bit worried about going there with the centaur who wants to kill us and the Amaris who sometimes is possessed and wants to kill us there.
Well, yes, but maybe he doesn't know that I am not still working with Cedric.
This is an honesty circle here. Can you be honest with me?
Sure.
Do you have, with your family not found, do you have the strength to go in that house and stick to helping us?
If I knew that my family was still alive.
Knowing that they're alive, but knowing that we don't know where they are, but if you told them about us and then joined their side, they might be able to help you. Would you be able to stick to it, or would you just go in there and be weak?
He kind of crosses his arms and squints, and I think I
He's
think I
gonna be
could do
weird.
it.
He's gonna be weird.
I don't. We'll see. We'll think about it.
It's an
'Cause
offer. You don't
You
have
might be our best chance because they're right. They might not know.
Right. It's true.
Do you have any idea where your family might be? Like, do you know it's not? They're not at Cedric's place. Do you know?
I don't know for a fact. His home is large, and he's fairly particular about where folks are allowed to go. But I have a feeling he would not keep them near his home. But I don't know for sure.
Do you know anyone else who's connected with him that we haven't known about?
Other than perhaps Irene, I don't know that he was close enough to anyone to utilize
Okay.
their space. He frequented the King's Flagon,
You did.
but I doubt that he could have kept them there without me at least finding some inkling of their location.
Yeah. Well, I'm running out of things to ask.
Is there anything else you guys wanted to ask Nine Lives?
I'm pondering, but as of
Mhm.
now, no.
Is there anything else you guys wanted to ask Irene while you guys are down there?
I don't think so.
Okay. With that, I would say that most of the council members have started to kind of pick up their space. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Sorry, you closed my door for me.
You were just a little faster.
I know.
But you guys see that the council members have started to go together and group up into larger clumps, and then eventually Lotta, who
I forgot about Lotta.
came downstairs.
We should talk to her probably.
Fairly recently, starts to kind of gather together the council members in a sort of semicircle arrangement, just in the lobby-ish area of the keep. Yeah, she's kind of. It seems like they're trying to start kind of a not impromptu, but just an organized meeting.
All right. Well, we should go to that. Want to come sit with us, Mr. Ninetails, or you want to stay over here?
He kind of has scooched his chair to be a part of the semicircle, which you guys are also sort of a
They
part
just sort of did it with us involved. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a very large middle space, and there's some people sitting on like soft seats and couches, and some people sitting on like tables and
Most
chairs.
of them don't know about Ninetails' involvement, right? Only the people that we were close with, like Adara, that we talked to.
Yeah, most of them don't know. Lotta kind of you notice that the rest of the council members are kind of chatting amongst themselves, but as soon as Lotta stands, it gets fairly quiet. She seems to command a lot of respect with this group. And she kind of says, well, with our unfortunate circumstances, I will be initiating a meeting of the council. Obviously, we've suffered a terrible blow to the city of Ovkar. We can at least rest easy knowing that the main perpetrator or criminal is eliminated. Thanks to, and she kind of gestures towards. Is there something that you folks go by that I can use?
Us.
Yeah.
Gang.
The jock.
Pollen.
Yeah.
Jockeys?
Pollen. Sure.
She kind of nods and
Don't worry about it.
the Pollen Jockeys. We appreciate your support in a time where not many of us are fighters, and those of us that were either incapacitated or helping others escape the wreckage of the dance. Is there anything that we'd like to report together to see if we can solve part of this issue, either with policy to keep the public safe or with actual law enforcement? I do have my sheriff here. I can my reinstated sheriff.
Okay, thumbs up, sheriff, not thumbs down, sheriff. Gotcha.
She kind of glances to you, and you see that Taryn, the sheriff that you guys had talked with upon entering Oakar.
Taryn?
Mm-hmm. Taryn Goldbluff. But she is behind Lada at one of the seats towards the back, and she looks a little tired. She's got some dark circles. She must have been either up the night before or was has gone through a bit of a rough patch. It kind of reads on her face. Yeah.
Who was Elbeth Montal then?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. Did I switch up? Yeah. I switched up the names. Okay. Elbeth is the sheriff. Taryn is the deputy.
Fact check by Real American Patriots. Holy shit.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at you. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Taryn was okay. I just have my notes that Taryn was. I changed her name like halfway through my notes. Whoopsies. But I mean Elbeth. Yeah. Elbeth is there. And is just kind of listening into the conversation. She says, I think first and foremost a sweep of Cedric's premises, as well as, and she gestures to 9 Lives, the underground establishment between 9 Lives' homes and
she knows about that?
Cedric's. 9 Lives kind of looks at you and nods. At some point, Lada and 9 Lives have had a chance to talk. He says, I figure it's better to give it willingly now.
I agree.
I mean, yeah, if you didn't, we would.
Lada says,
tell any parts of the story without that.
Yeah. I would like to ask that if the Pollen Jockeys are willing and able, that they might assist Sheriff Montal
Sure.
in the search and seizure of any illegal
Cedric's
materials.
House is going to be very dangerous.
She nods and she says, that's why I ask if you're willing and able due to the inherent danger of a home such as this. But she says, I acknowledge that it is not particularly safe, and I understand if you would rather us and our team, but I figure if you're willing,
I think you have
to
a much better chance with us for no reason in particular.
I agree.
Yeah. What do we get?
She kind of gestures to the rest of the group, and she says, all in favor of a motion to search and seize in Cedric's home, say aye. And you hear a pretty resounding aye amongst the rest of the council members.
Did anyone not say
aye? Make a perception check.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're outside, you can go ahead and make
really
a
wish I was there.
For outside?
Not because I want to make the perception check, because there's so many things I want to say that nobody's saying.
Wait, so he's trying to perceive that we're doing something?
Who is?
What? Robbie? What's Robbie talking about?
Oh my god.
No, Robbie's just
I'm saying I wish I
that...
was there because there's so many things I want to say.
Oh, then what are you rolling for?
I'm not.
That was a long time ago. My fault. Yeah.
Oh, I rolled in the character chat.
Yeah, I saw.
Was it good though?
No. I better roll again. No.
Yeah, you let's see, 10, 12, 14. You don't see anyone.
Oh. What about Deo? He has to roll.
True. He's muted though.
Oh, I'll roll for him then. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Robbie, you've got a brain on you. What's his perception? Okay,
probably +5, but
it's
+6
5.
now. Oh,
+5?
Yeah, +6.
+6.
Oh well, you gotta roll. Actually, I better me roll.
Yeah,
for
can
him,
you roll
actually.
for me?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Since I got a 22, we'll keep that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, if there's any time and someone can roll for me, please do.
All right.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You
Busted.
struggling?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Damn, that suck. But yeah, you I would say then at that point, Deo, you don't see anyone. You can say definitively for a fact that you cannot see anyone say nay. You notice that Rowan and a few others are somewhat quiet, but they seem more like just a little less certain, but they don't deny it. They still agree that you and the others should be allowed to.
Imagine if we were bad. What if they were right? Because our rise to power here is crazy.
Yeah, Smidge. They're hesitant, but maybe not in the sense that you know, it's just because you guys are new kids on the block.
Everyone is bad. We're just choosing not to be bad.
To be fair, both Igneous and Adara are really on our side. Like, we've proven to them, I feel like.
Yeah.
Countless
Well, that's what I'm
times.
saying. We've very rapidly gained the ears of like a majority of the council, and now we're like being sent on the mission to Cedric's house. All of a sudden, we're very important. Where if we were bad, we'd be
everyone's
well
life.
on our way to taking control.
I mean, we could be still.
We could still be. Anything's on the table.
Yeah.
Just gotta kill like 8 more council members.
Lotta kind of turns to
there.
9 Lives and to Hildegard, the Secretary of Environmental Affairs. And she kind of says, I think you two would probably best to work on housing the evacuees, as well as the staff that lived in the council member building, until repairs can be made. And so you see 9 Lives jot down some things in a little notebook, and kind of makes eye contact with Hildegard, who sort of sternly looks at 9 Lives and nods. And Lattice, she kind of continues and she says, Ethos, we're going to need to feed the evacuees as well, if you don't
Who's been
mind.
evacuated? What happened?
It's just the staff that live in the council members. It's like 10 or 15 people that also live in the council members like building that were setting up the masquerade and working the
I did not
masquerade.
realize their homes were there.
Yeah, it's just a temporary measure. Their homes themselves probably are untouched, the rooms that they live in, but the main entryway is pretty fucked.
Right.
So, once that gets cleaned, obviously people will be able to return. But it's just a kind of item on the docket. Lotta kind of goes down a what seems to be a quickly jotted list. And she says, does anyone have any affairs they'd like to address immediately?
That's a bit personal for a broad meeting.
I do.
I would say that like Ookiyo and Guntentog, this isn't a particularly quiet conversation. You can definitely hear that a meeting is going on. If you want to listen in and try to like,
would you like to choose to?
I really want to.
Would you like to choose to abandon your watch to come eavesdrop?
You can listen in and try to catch some words just by doing a perception check.
I mean, Guntentog's still here, right? Like,
yes, Guntentog is still downstairs with Irene.
Like, how much do I trust Guntentog?
Just you can come up and try to tap someone in down there.
That's true. I could do that. Well, first I gotta listen in to see if I.
Yeah, see if you hear anything of interest.
So perception.
Yeah.
Okay. 16.
Yeah, I would say that at this point you hear Rowan pipe up from kind of the back of the room, and this is the first time you're hearing him speak. And like everyone has kind of been saying, he is extremely young. He has a fairly shaky voice, but it's clear enough and it does the job. But he kind of pushes his hair out of his face, and he says, "There's been an incident at the hospital that we likely need to address before the infection spreads."
You should probably lock down that
That's
whole
not
house.
good.
I don't know that I'll be able to do it on my own. It's a disease that I don't have a lot of experience with, but if I could get together a team of researchers, I'm confident we could get it under wraps.
Can I go up there now?
Yeah, sure. You peek up through the hallway and you see the kind of half circle. It's fairly casual, but Lotta is standing and jotting down notes as Rowan is talking.
You guys should also
Oh,
probably
wow.
look into whoever broke Henry Coffitt's quarantine, because that's the only way it would spread.
You guys
Um,
are all up here. Wow.
You guys see Ookiyo appear from downstairs.
Oh, who invited him?
A lot of points her pencil at Hunwut and jots down another note. Do you?
I would also say,
do you know of any suspects that might be responsible for breaking the quarantine, or is it just an assumption?
No.
Cedric's
I
by
mean,
far.
the main suspect would be Cedric, because he wanted to spread the disease, but he's dead. But I don't know if he had used any agents or tricked someone or whatever.
She nods. She says, "I'll put it down for further consideration by the investigative team."
Oh, I should also say you should investigate one of Cedric's. I don't know, what was she, like a maid, servants?
Minion. Goon.
Delivered something to the King's Flagon like right before the event happened.
That is true. Yeah.
I don't know what it was. She wouldn't tell me.
Well, package to drop off. But...
that happened.
Lotta jots that down as well. She says, "That'll be added to the list of things to inspect." And she
Also-
turns to Elbeth and she says, would you be able to do that on top of Cedric's, or would you need a separate team?" And Elbeth kind of, I think I'd be able to hit that afterwards, considering that the search and seizure of his home goes well. I think
Are we
we'd be
going
able
to
to
Cedric's?
complete. Lotta kind
Also-
of glances to Ookiyo and nods.
Are you in charge?
Me?
Yeah, you.
No,
Master Law
you'll
speaking
be
for
answering to Elbeth.
No, but I mean like right now.
Oh, I'm running the meeting. Yes.
Weren't you like working with Cedric before?
What is man talking about?
Are you talking about the replacement of the sheriff,
No, before that.
Lotta?
Yeah.
I mean, we all were working with him. Yes.
What do you mean? Yeah. Lotta's not suspicious.
She's
Yeah.
not. Wasn't she like voting
No.
against Igneous and stuff and like working?
What are you talking
She didn't
about?
voted
she
for
doesn't
us.
like Igneous, but she was the one that came in last and was like, "This is ridiculous. You're abusing the."
No, but
Yeah, she
before
voted
all
for
that. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
she
yeah.
got
Went
upset
against
when he
Cedric.
went and like replaced the sheriff and was like going behind her back and stuff. But before that, weren't they like working close together or something?
Yeah,
I feel like
Might be wrong.
they
to
didn't
create
have problems.
it was mostly just to create the circuit for the train for the like basically transportation law plus the actual transportation.
Right.
That's the only thing you've heard about as far as
I think it was
prior.
just as
That's
a
the only
counselor in a counselor
Oh.
capacity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think they were like friends.
She doesn't like Igneous, but only because of personality differences, not because of any specific.
Okay, I thought there
Right.
was more to that, but I guess not.
I think we just thought there was more because we doubted her a bunch because of everything. We're untrustworthy of people. But it seems like everything
Yeah,
now is
really, we should
kind of
just
whatever.
talk to her immediately.
Yeah. Problem
She
is,
was one of the ones, yeah. You didn't.
if we had
meet-
talked to her immediately and been wrong, though, then everything would have been over. So
Yeah, but it would have been way
That's
faster
true.
too.
Yeah.
Either
Yeah.
way.
Well, anyways, I should also mention we have two people that may be of help, although I wouldn't trust them 100%, maybe like
True.
90%. I think
Um,
Nehemiah might be able to help with containing the hospital, and I think Sandra might be able to help with investigating Cedric's place.
that is true.
She
I trust both of them. Actually.
kind of motions for
I'm like 90%
Elbeth to take
there.
more notes. She says, "Nehemiah, does he have a surname? What was his occupation?"
He was a friend of Igneous. He was
He was the one growing all the...
yeah, he grew the disease for
Yeah.
Cedric.
To be fair, he didn't know what it was being used for. He was just growing it.
But he did know what it was. He was contracted, I think, by my ally, actually.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
You might wanna look into that.
nods
But
gravely
we burned his
and writes
plants,
it down.
so
That's true. We did
Yeah, his
destroy
whole
his
house
plants.
is gone too.
She kind of grimaces and nods, and she's all right. Yes,
I
we'll.
mean, to be fair, it attacked us first.
it did.
Yeah,
It wasn't
of-
like an
of course.
extrajudicial attack. It was just that his plants were alive and tried to eat us.
Right. Do we still have those suits?
Oh, maybe
Oh,
the anti-fucking pollen suit or
I
whatever.
don't know if we did.
That's
I
cool.
think they might have burned up when we burned everything down.
Fuck, I thought someone was wearing it as we ran away.
It's a DM decision. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't
I
remember.
can't remember. I didn't take good enough notes on that.
I didn't
Oh
think
my
any of
goodness.
us put it on though.
I don't
It
think
seems
I don't
we
think
didn't?
I did.
Oh, I thought someone put it on.
It seems like something we would put on.
It does.
Maybe
I thought we
Deo?
didn't want to put it on though because it was covered in the
Was
pollen.
it
Deo
Was
didn't.
it
Otherwise, he would have
Guntentog?
like lit on fire from me.
Oh yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
Guntentog, maybe?
Was it what?
Maybe.
Guntentog?
Maybe.
I can't remember if it happened or not.
Describe the
I
item
don't
one more time.
Like
Just
a
like a
hazmat
hazmat
suit.
suit.
Hazmat suit, yeah.
Oh, I don't recall doing anything with that.
All right. I guess we don't have
Wouldn't
it.
necessarily.
I'll say we just don't have it.
Yeah,
I think,
I don't know that you guys actually.
I mean,
consciously
we're
took
working
it.
with the government right now. I'm sure they could procure hazmat suits if we asked.
Yeah, of some kind. But you notice that Elbeth is now taking pretty detailed notes. And you realize that Sandra, you haven't seen her in a day or so, but you also told her to hang out with Jack, essentially. So she
Yeah,
might
I
be
trust
outside
Sandra's
for
chilling.
the-
She was misled by Cedric's odd charisma.
Yeah,
Like
weirdo.
charisma.
Once the light was shined on the truth, she's fully on our side. I believe that.
Yeah. Does anybody know Nehemiah's surname? Because I have no clue.
If I do know it, I can't remember it.
Well, wait, Igneous should know. Igneous was like an old friend
Oh
of
yeah, Igneous,
Nehemiah's.
brother, you're in the circle. Talk, my man.
He says, it's Nehemiah. He's farmer on the outskirts. He's got a couple of siblings that don't live
Yeah,
in
what's
town
his
anymore.
surname? That's what the question was.
He's kind of like racking his brain. He's like, I honestly don't know that I ever knew him as anything other than Nehemiah. I'm trying to
My God.
trying to think.
Didn't even learn his name when he was blackmailing you. That's crazy.
This is fancy talk for DM is frantically searching her notes. For
Yeah.
I thought
her name.
Nehemiah was here. Can't we just find him?
He is, but we don't know his surname.
Chilling with Bully somewhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bully.
Oh, Nehemiah
was-
James.
Nehemiah James. Never trust a man with two first names, bro. We can't.
Yeah.
He has 3 brothers. He's like half a mile south of town and a mile
he's
and a half
here.
west. Yeah, I just mean the location of his farm.
Oh yeah.
He's Igny's kind of like, oh, he is here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's upstairs probably chilling with Bully.
Oh yeah, that dog. Last time I saw him, he was.
That motherfucker is not a dog.
He's not a
That-
dog.
Oh,
That is a minotaur.
I thought you were talking about
Holy.
Rolf. My bad. I
Nah.
mixed him up. I like Rolf. Yeah, I saw him as a puppy.
Damn. Oh yeah.
Rolf.
Didn't we ask Igneous to like give us clothes for Bully? Oh no, never mind.
No, we got that from the tailor.
Yeah.
No, we did ask Igneous at one point.
you
That's when
did.
he went back
You
and
did.
then like we thought
And
his
then-
hand got cut off and whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
was the
hand
whole
got
deal.
cut off
Oh,
today, but then didn't
yeah.
actually get cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing we need to do. We need to find
But-
Amherst.
He says yes. Most likely he is here with his
Or that
minotaur.
too, I guess.
A lot of kind of jots down what she can, and Elbeth is also taking pretty.
And then also
Detailed
Sandra
notes.
Bullock can help us with
That too.
Uh,
If you need help in
notes her
space,
as
bro,
well.
she's got you. If you need help in a sort of blindside situation, she's got you.
But
I
You need
wondering
a
what you were
friendly
gonna say for
FBI
that.
agent on your side. She's got you.
If you need like a fake proposal from Ryan Reynolds, she's got you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Damn.
A lot of kind of finishes up those notes and All right. Is there anything else of immediate concern that we must address?
Almost certainly, but I don't know what.
Well, I don't
What
know
are we
that
gonna do with
council members
Irene?
Well, law dictates that she get a trial, but
Yeah, right now she's down there in jail.
she's being held. Yes. We can move her to the actual jail, instead of just a holding cell.
I don't know about that.
She kind of narrows her eyes at that.
More because
well, I do know that Cedric had some of the guards on his payroll, so
that is true. And also that she is obscenely talented, and I'm terrified of opening the door to that cell.
And there's also a centaur out there that was working with Cedric.
Well, last we heard, living at Cedric's place with Amorous. They could be anywhere.
She nods and she says, "Well, then here sounds like an all right option. We'll ensure with the local guard that she's watched."
Oh, also just for clearing things up, I don't know if that was spread around, but a few days ago, like a week ago or whenever Fang was killed in the middle of the street, that was not us. The guards chased us for it. It was not me.
You could have just led with that was Cedric instead
Cedric
of
killed
that
him
was not
with
me.
Cedric killed him with magic. Now that we're all on the same page about Cedric.
She kind of tilts her head and she says, "That actually clears up quite a bit. I had some questions. I might still have some questions for you at a later time, but
I'm sure you have a ton. We have some for you.
That's damn true.
Absolutely. That can be addressed at a later date. I don't mean to sound insensitive, but we have citywide issues and we have
clearly.
Oh yeah, clearly. I agree.
We have individual citizen issues, and unfortunately, the prior takes precedent in this.
Oh, you're a thing knower. Do you know anything about Irene's like family home, 30 miles from here or whatever? Or not, I don't know that actually.
Oh, I
a
do.
certain distance from here.
I know about
that she might want back. Oh, speak up, Bozo.
What? What do you want to
How
know?
far? I don't know. It's never mind. Then
It's
I'll
like
keep
30
talking.
miles north of here.
Thank you.
Is that what you were asking? I didn't know what you were asking.
No, I wasn't. I'm talking in character. I don't know that you know, so I was hoping you would jump in and clarify when I said an indeterminate distance. But
yeah, I
you
know,
needed
and
some
I'm
assistance.
saying in character.
I know, but it took
30
like
miles.
a
Is
lot
that
to
what-
get you to do that. But she says that's why she was helping Cedric. She wanted that back. What the fuck is up with that?
Oh yeah, so apparently like Cedric's people invaded their place after like Okar settlers invaded the Rock's place.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lada kind of looks thoughtfully and she says, I know that there were individual mountain families to the north, but I didn't think there were any still standing.
Well, they're not still standing. they're dead.
Oh.
She wants the place back.
Nods
Yeah,
and
that's why she worked with Cedric.
Well, at least the motive is somewhat clear, but
we don't know anything more about all that.
Yeah, obviously she will. Yeah, stand trial at some point.
Sure.
She offered to help us, or she offered to give us more information if we helped her reclaim that place, but I don't know what kind of information or how much information.
More
she was
information
gonna give us.
about Cedric and what happened.
Yeah, just like a lot of stuff.
Just being more cooperative in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She kind of thinks and she says, tempting.
Well, I don't know how much more information she has to give is the thing, which is why I didn't.
Well, how about this? For the next couple of days, I'll let you make the call. Once we get to her actual trial, we can determine if she is deserving of any negotiating or whatnot. But if you can get it out of her prior, more power to you. She kind of glances around at the other counselors and is there anything else we need to address before dealing with our individual duties for the day.
Duty.
The rest of the council members don't speak up. So she says, "All right. Well, I suppose that concludes our more casual meeting, but if
Don't know if
whenever
I
you're
trust all
ready,
that.
it does not have to be today, but I will speak with Elbeth and see when she can get a team to investigate Cedric's place, and do you folks have a preference of when?
Probably sooner is better than later.
Maybe like tomorrow. If
Because the longer we
possible.
wait, the more likely it is that people staying there find out that things did not go their way and leave.
That's true. Maybe today
if they
possible.
haven't already.
She said, would tonight be too early?
I'm good with it.
That sounds good to me.
Well-
How long away is tonight, EM?
And we're in the morning.
You guys are, you're in late morning at this point. It's like
Okay.
maybe 10:30ish.
Okay, so we still have plenty of time. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. With that, the council members start to kind of disperse. Some of them head out with a guard, a member of the Keep's Guard, protecting them as they go about their various businesses. Some stay behind and are working on appearing to write letters or send out messages with pigeons or falcons, whichever they have access to. But most are busy. Is there anybody you want to talk to or who you want to
If
address?
people are around to still talk, we should talk to Rowan and we should talk to Lotta.
And Anya.
Oh,
We should talk
and
to
Anya.
Anya.
okay. Which one first?
I would like
Gang?
to talk to Lotta first if possible. I think
Okay.
she's gonna get busy quicker and
You're
it'd be good to
Lotta,
Awesome.
is speaking quietly with Elbeth in the corner, but yeah.
might already be busy.
Yeah, she's probably already busy.
We might have to like make an appointment with her.
But if you guys are approaching her, they stop their conversation and
can walk
turn
up.
to you.
Yeah, you can walk up.
Lotta kind of tucks the notebook into her pocket and, what can we help you with?
What can we help with you? Take it away, owl boy.
Oh, you want me to take it away?
You wanted her first. I'm fine with that, but you must have something in mind. So
Okay, yeah, I wanted to ask her more about the train situation. Like, was that all Igneous, or not Igneous? Gosh, I keep saying Igneous. Cedric's plan, or like, what led to wanting to do that? Was Cedric the one that proposed that?
Wanting to establish the train system?
Yeah.
Well, Mayale and Ovkar have wanted to link their trade for years.
And by Okar, you mean everyone, or you mean mostly Cedric?
I mean Eris, I mean Cedric, Jilly was one of the first supporters. Most of the council was in favor of connecting Ovkar with Mayale more thoroughly, just simply because we would benefit as a culture from trade
Even though there's,
and
like,
education. And,
Bad blood between the two cities?
it was more of an effort to put that to the side, and Mayale at the time seemed more than willing.
Well,
Well,
more
yeah,
than willing
they
because
were.
they wanted to.
Yes, but again, we didn't assume the worst
Sure.
intentions. We had
That
just
was a
come
good
off of
idea.
a 10 or 15 year period of no conflict. It seems strange to me now that there's such a large conflict, but
Well, that's big Bo Jambles. Crazy.
Yeah.
the dead governor.
Well,
Quote unquote dead.
partly
sure.
dead. I want.
She kind of looks unsettled at the mention of partially dead.
Partially, it would seem like sort of inamorous.
She kind of looks not confused, but just a little perturbed by the thought of, Bojangles having anything to do with this. But it was the majority of the council that did want to establish the train. It was just they didn't have a method to do so until Cedric came along.
Can I tell if she's telling the truth?
Yeah, you can make insight.
Okay. I'm still just very suspicious of her. I don't.
You're fine.
I don't trust her. I'm
As
telling
you
everyone
should be.
else.
As you should be.
25.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know why. Lotta, I just don't trust at all. I feel like there was something before that gave us more suspicion than just her working with Cedric on the train thing.
I think
That, like,
you,
not to trust
before,
her.
in our old debates, you were like the primary go talk to Lotta person, I thought.
I know. I agree with that. I still stand by that. I just thought that there was more reason why we didn't end up going to talk to her. I thought like there was something.
It's just because she doesn't like magic.
Well, I know, but like, does any like Adaro doesn't like magic? Like,
I think it was mostly that she was a known hard ass and set in her ways, and if she agreed with what Cedric was doing or whatever and thought we were bad, then it was over for us. She was the council, like the law person. We couldn't risk being wrong about her.
Yep.
Sorry, I
don't know.
was talking
I
to Curtis
guess. I
about
thought, yeah.
Usher stuff. Not Usher.
He's coming to the wedding?
Artist. No,
my
I wish.
God.
That'd be crazy.
Would be sick.
That would be insane. My mom was telling me a story about how a girl in high school, her dad was a part of Kool and the Gang.
Oh,
And he performed at her wedding.
that's sick.
That would be crazy. But anyways, 25. Yeah, you can tell pretty solidly that she's not a great liar. And she's not lying. Like simultaneously, you get the sense that she's, even if she was lying, you'd be able to tell pretty easily. But she seems to be serious. She's genuinely racking her brain for like past memories of past council meetings to see if there's anything missing. She is trying to fill in the gaps, but from what she said, all she said is true. It doesn't seem to have been a contentious idea to link the two cities. It was just a matter of finding a way to do so that would be the sticking point. And that was what Cedric provided.
And then what about the tank? That also a general unanimous decision?
I thought the tank was a private Cedric enterprise.
It
no.
was to an extent. She kind of grimaces and she says, we only recently found out about that when Nine Lives was kind enough to relay the information that he had been using his home, and she kind of shoots a glare towards
He did say he talked.
9 Lives. She says that was a project done with the funds and supplies from the train project. That was without our knowledge. So,
okay. So found out after everything.
Unfortunately, yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, good thing that thing didn't come out.
Oh wait, you know what it was? Wasn't Lotta the one that went and visited Henry with Cedric?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's what it was.
That would also explain why we were always so apprehensive about contacting her.
Yeah, that would be.
Right, now I remember.
That was the case, right? I'm not just making that up.
No, you're correct. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Fake
that
memory.
Makes more sense. Okay, now I feel a lot better that was the only thing that was like.
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions. I don't know what are the right ones to ask. I know, but I'm not about to ask 100 questions that she probably doesn't know the answer to.
All right, I'll step in. I'll keep it $1.50.
Okay.
Without going into details, Lotta, you are the law person. We will be going into Cedric's house where it's dangerous. If things were not always legal, how free from trouble are we?
She kind of puts her hands on her hips and she says, if you can avoid harming other beings, please do so. I have a harder time defending that than property damage.
We are always
any other
beings are like a centaur and amorous.
I mean, citizens of Ovkar.
Okay.
Do what is best for the city, and if that requires you to go outside of the law, then
so the same position as Adaro. Got it.
Got it.
She says, I cannot protect you from trial, so don't get
That's fine.
caught.
Well, I mean, the thing is,
Okay.
I will do my
You-
best to turn a blind
You're
eye.
not a stupid bunch. I think there's a lot of people turning a blind eye right now.
Almost
So-
certainly, if you've made it this far, and I am trusting you to go on a fairly dangerous and important mission
I mean, to
with
be fair,
my
we're
most
the only
trusted
reason-
advisor, and
Yeah.
yes, so
And is she prepared to see us do whatever we need to do?
Elbeth said, kind of peeks over the Lotta's shoulder, and I'm going to be honest, it wasn't too difficult to figure out that you weren't entirely within the law.
Sure. Okay.
She
Okay.
nods and crosses her arms.
No, we're not very private. We're
Not particularly, no. But
got it.
I have my ways to determine if people are being honest sometimes, and believe me, I
Oh.
was skeptical, but your intentions seemed all right from what I managed to look into. But
I'm glad. Okay.
Do you know that it's like the whole group, or is it like one person they're suspicious of?
Wait, what?
it's the fact that you guys choose to stick together means that you kind of all have the target on your back, so to speak. But it's mostly those of you who are not super subtle about your magic use. The invisibility users, the
Right.
the the Guntentog's, the
Talks.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
just if you're not actively trying to hide it all the time, and if you've forgotten
I'm
and
not
been
trying to act.
one of the people who goes, "Oh no, I'm not I'm not using it. What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
After a while, that can only be so
Right.
convincing,
Well,
even if I don't make you roll with it.
most of the time it's not supposed to be convincing.
Yes,
Most of
exactly.
them I'm telling them I do magic while not telling them I do magic. But
Yes, which is why they know you do magic.
yes.
But she says no. I won't blame you for using your tools that you have at your disposal if you excuse some of mine.
Sure.
And Lotta kind of shoots her a glare.
Excuse so much. So, Lotta, you probably don't know entirely why, but I'm curious why Cedric thought that he'd be able to go behind, or well, I get, yeah, kind of go behind your back, replace the sheriff, and take over without, you trying to stop him.
I have a difficult time understanding that myself. I think that the only thing I could think is that ultimately I was not supposed to be in the picture. I just didn't seem to be around Cedric enough for him to get rid of me.
You weren't supposed to be in the picture.
I think by the time that the sheriff had been replaced under my name, and I have a feeling I was late to the masquerade. I had a several accidents that I attributed to bad luck at the time, leading up to my attendance of the masquerade. Number one was
sort
that,
of accidents.
well, it started at home with my dressing maids burnt me with a hot iron when trying to curl my hair. I thought that was odd, considering most of the women I have hired are extremely skilled and haven't done that in 10 plus years. And the girl who was allowed to do my hair was fairly new and had just been trained, and that was interesting. But that just, honestly, I just attribute that to bad luck. But then I got in the carriage. About a mile into the ride, the wheel completely came off, and the carriage was tilted and shattered, and my driver was injured as he was thrown off, but I was unharmed despite the carriage losing part of the underside, scraping on the rocks. And then once I did arrive, I noticed that there had been a cup already filled for me at my seat of wine, and personally, that's just not
Curious.
something that I like to partake in. I don't like to drink a drink that has not been poured in front of me
Sure.
from a bottle that I
Sure.
know is not
Sure.
tampered with. And I again just attributed that to bad luck. But upon looking back, I not recognizing the servant girl and the carriage, it just seemed a little too intentional. So,
Yeah.
anyways, I was late, and I had begun to suspect that someone was trying to prevent my vote from going through. I had a feeling that Cedric was going to call a state of emergency, just considering it takes some drastic efforts to change the sheriff. So
Right.
Interesting. I'm wondering why I guess the sabotage was so subtle. I guess Sandra was supposed to be more subtle. It just
Yeah, and I
happened
mean
not to be.
it's an interesting way of trying to do things for a guy who can kill with a word, but I bet he's
That's-
a goon of some sort.
Well, yeah,
I
but
would
I'm
have
just
to
thinking
assume.
like, a new girl burning her, doing her hair.
Yeah, that doesn't sound
seem
like
a
a
That is true.
blatant
assassination
attempt.
You
The
do get the sense
wheel
that
falling
she's
off.
a little paranoid.
Gotcha. So not
But
all of it is really something.
not all of it is necessarily, but after this event, she's kind of looking hindsight and attributing
Yeah.
things. The only one that you think is interesting is perhaps the carriage.
Carriage is something.
And not the
But-
cup.
Oh, the cup is.
Oh, the cup, of
meat.
course. But
Yeah.
I was just thinking of the more random events. She doesn't seem too sold on the servant girl being a part of some grand scheme, but she just was noticing that things were off that day.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was on edge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you made it and voted.
Yeah.
She nods, and
To be fair,
as
we
was I.
had already, I guess, technically won without her.
I thought her vote was needed.
It was 6-6
or-
or no 6-5.
No, wasn't it 7-5? Wait, how many of them are there?
She made it 7-5.
Yeah. So we would have.
Okay, so it was
won
6-5.
even if she wasn't there.
Right. We needed her to go with us, not against us.
Yeah. If she had gone against, then it would have gone to the tiebreaker.
Oh, there's a tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, how else would you break ties?
Well, I just assumed that if it's a tie, then it doesn't pass.
She kind of shakes her head
The
and she
status
says,
quo.
"No, I understand now why it was so necessary for Cedric to replace the sheriff. Considering that is the tiebreaker."
Oh, I do think that was, but I still think that was sort of like just extra stuff to make sure. You didn't expect us to, according to Irene, at least, be really close to winning that vote at all.
That's true. I don't think he expected us to get
No, he
6
didn't.
people on our side.
Nope.
It was
7
just
plus
a
you.
safeguard.
Yeah. And I'm ashamed to admit, I had no idea which way you were going to vote because we have not really talked to you.
She nods and she says, "I'm not the easiest council member to reach by any means, and I tend to come off as cold or intimidating." So
Yeah, I at least was nervous to go talk to you because either you were chill or you weren't, and then you're the master of laws and we're fucked.
she laughs and she says, "Oh, lucky it turned out this way then, and that the
Yeah.
master of law is actually a decently fair individual."
Yeah.
Interesting
But
that
she
she
nods.
refers to herself as decently fair.
I'm only human.
Much more convincing than if she said she's fully fair.
Yeah.
I'm subject to
As
the
long
same
as you
mistakes as
try.
everyone else. I just happen to know a bit more about Oathcar law.
That's true. Yeah. To be fair, I know like nothing about Oathcar law. So
Yeah, I don't really concern myself with the law.
Well,
Whatever,
after
I mean, I
this,
should, but-
it would behoove you to learn
I guess.
if you plan to stay.
I've learned some things. Trying to light everyone on fire and kill them is probably against the law. So
Perhaps.
Well, I could have guessed that
I've-
before.
I've noted that one down, but always love good hard
Pretty
evidence.
basic.
Hmm?
Oh, I said that was pretty basic.
basic. But she says, I apologize, but if I can't help you with anything else, I think I ought to get a team together for tonight.
I don't have any other ideas.
I thought Eris was doing that, but yeah.
Elbeth is doing
Or
it, but she's just directing.
Elbeth?
She's chatting.
Oh.
Yeah, Elbeth is
Gosh,
staying
there's
up
too many
inside the sheriff.
names.
I mean, you guys did. It's every council member plus all of their people that are related to them, or like near them in their work. But
all their names are so similar too.
Elbeth is one of the first characters you met, and it's more similar to Elizabeth than
When the fuck did we meet
Then
Elbeth?
Eris?
I mean, you met Taryn, which is the deputy, but I think you met Elbeth as well.
Oh yeah, of course you met Elbeth.
Yeah,
We
Elbeth
did.
is the
We
one that
went
took
to,
us. Yeah,
I immediately turned
yeah.
my brain off. Yeah, we definitely met Elbeth.
No, it's
We
just
used
you have
magic in front of
Amorous
Elbeth,
and
too.
Abbott. And
Yeah, Elbeth is a chiller,
Arliss
actually.
and stuff,
Yeah,
and then you have Elbeth and Eris and Ethos and.
There's only so many names. There's
I
only
know,
so many
but
letters.
choose like
a lot of
different-
E's.
It's a lot of E's
yes.
and A's. Like
I
start
know.
start
I
with
like vowels.
non-vowels.
Sue me.
Hmm.
I like vowels. There's only 5 of them though, so you sort of run.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like use the vowels, but use them like moderately.
The problem
There's
is
only
if
so
it's
many.
not vowels, you guys I've noticed have a easier time making fun of names that start with consonants.
Well, maybe. But then you say that, but then you name a guy Amorous. Like I mean, that's
Every other character's name
that
starts
one
with
is
A.
he's a tiefling that has that.
He does be fucking.
has
There's Amorous
No,
and
that's
Oral, Abbott,
tiefling
Anya.
naming structures are that they're named after a characteristic. They're
okay. So he'd be
Oh,
fucking.
yeah, and he do be fucking. That's what I said.
I guess his parents wanted him to be fucking. If you want to
Yeah.
go that route.
I mean, that's real of them.
Right.
That's real as hell of them. Hey, I mean, he's a noble person. He must be, even if he's dumb as bricks.
Sometimes you just want a himbo. Sometimes you just want a little stupid guy to bone. But anyways, Lada turns to Elbeth and discusses some other stuff. Just logistics of who is going to be on the team of people and making sure that they have a shift blocked out for that person and all that kind of stuff. Just more clerical work. But who else did you guys want to talk to? Rowan?
Rowan probably.
Anya or Rowan? Which one?
Let's go to Rowan.
Okay.
Okay.
We're having a conversation with that little rat. And I also apologize for Deo telling him he's
Rat?
gonna kill his family.
Rowan?
What?
It was a figurative thing. He's not a rat.
It's a little rat boy. But Deo did threaten his his.
It was a moment of
Oh
desperation.
yeah.
Oh, well, to be fair, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
In game.
I guess
But yeah.
maybe I don't know in game. I was with Deo at the time, but he never told me.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
If Deo never
Only
admitted to
Deo
it.
knows.
If Deo talks to Rowan, it's over. No.
Hey,
Rowan is
Rowan.
is off to the side and
Hello.
Rowan looks up
Rowan.
from what appears to be a clipboard and several letters that he is in the process of writing, and he kind of pulls his glasses down the bridge of his nose. Can I help you?
Hey, Rowan.
I was waiting for it. I saw you unmuted. I was waiting for it.
His eyes immediately shoot open, and he oh my god. He kind of just is stunned into silence, and kind of flips the papers on the clipboard down. And he says, "Okay, seriously,
Something wrong?
What do you want?"
What?
What's going
What
on
do
here?
we want?
Wait, what?
What happened with that vote, Rowan?
Oh. Actually, yeah. Why did you vote against us?
That's damn true.
Yeah.
As far as I was aware, you were the cause of the outbreak in the hospital and the appearance of the Indol virus again from.
With what proof?
Yeah, so you just got
Right.
tricked.
What's
That's
the
crazy.
proof?
Right. Yeah.
Well, you were the only survivors of the train. You were covered in pollen when you arrived. You
Yeah, because the train crashed full of pollen.
Also, not
That's
the only
crazy.
survivors of the train. To be clear.
No.
Yeah, Henry,
Yeah.
the one that was sick and infected.
There
Yeah,
was
but
others.
also, like Abbott and Arliss and
Y'all did.
and what's his name?
And
Amaris.
they were going to be under investigation as well. It was nothing personal. I thought it was a state of emergency.
With what
Really,
evidence?
Ron?
Again, I ask you.
That was what the trial is for. That's what the state of emergency is for.
And so you
Is
just
there really a
believe
state
the
of
first thing that's
emergency?
told to you?
No, it is just a method to get you guys a trial quicker. That way we can see what the fuck happened.
Why do we need a trial?
Because you were assumed to be guilty. Yes, I guess I should have done more
Yes,
research. But in that state,
assumed
I
to
was
be
a little bit
guilty.
panicked.
Isn't that a little crazy? Assumed
My
to be...
job is to ensure the health of
know.
Oakar. And if you were
It's just not
suspected
America.
of... It is not.
It's not America.
Not America.
It's not actually.
I don't know where America is or what you do there, but in our city, at least, a public health crisis is a public health crisis that needs to be addressed. And if
I know,
there's anyone
if-
who's suspected of spreading that virus,
If only like a week and a half ago anyone told the police that it was a targeted terrorist attack trying to spread the virus here. If only someone had said that.
If only somebody brought proof
Again,
and took down the source of the virus too, whoever was making it.
I would have
you
loved
know.
to see all of that. This is my first time encountering you in any sense other than a combative one.
Yeah, and I'm saying if you just did a little research, you would have found out. We went and talked to the sheriff.
It was simply
went
to
and talked
declare
to
a state of
Dahl.
emergency. I didn't know of
Well,
Cedric's
no.
plan,
Yeah,
It's not
it was
that
to kill
simple.
us actually, but
Yeah.
which, again, not aware of. If you
Really,
believe it.
Rowan, you cannot be that dumb.
I'm sorry, is there something I can do for you? I have a hospital to quarantine.
Hey, you better watch that sass.
Yeah, I wonder
because
why.
of-
I wonder
Yeah.
why.
He stands up with his clipboard and begins to push his way through you guys.
I'm not gonna move.
Yeah,
he
I'm
just
gonna
moves
brick
around you.
wall.
You're
Gonna
trying
break
to like
all
step in
prevent
his
him
way.
from walking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you guys can make strength
Brick
checks.
wall him.
Strength checks. Oh, I didn't
Can someone help me with that?
Oh no. Is this
Oh,
everyone?
no.
or just
I can
us?
try.
If you're
I
trying to
am
make
not
a
great at
wall, if you're
strength.
trying to block him from
United
moving.
Front.
What's
United
your
Front.
strength, Serge?
0.
Okay.
Well, mine was 1. and
It
I-
is 2.
Oh!
Deo
Oh
is
my
a wall.
fucking god.
Wait, what did you roll?
A nat
Natural
20.
20.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Deo is a wall.
He pushes past pretty easily. Ookiyo, Sanbrynn, and Jens. Like he's not particularly strong. He's very skinny and he's very tall. But he kind of squeezes his way through you without too much effort. And then Deo, who is a good foot shorter than Rowan, like I said, super tall, skinny, just kind of blocks him chest up, and he glares down at you, and he says, "Can you move, please? I have things to do."
Is he tall? He glares down
He
at
is-
you?
Yeah, Rowan is super tall.
Oh.
He's about
How tall?
7'6".
Oh,
What
man.
species is he?
It's huge.
Out of
Dude,
curiosity.
he's like 3 times your
half orc.
height.
Buddy, he
He's
should just
what?
take a step over you. What is he walking into you for?
He's attempting to walk around you as well. He's not like just brute forcing his way through you.
I'm 3'5".
He did step over you. I mean,
Yeah.
you didn't even block him.
I know that's true. I wasn't trying, but I'm like, damn. I am speaking.
Well,
with
that's why you
shit.
weren't trying.
Yeah.
You were.
Sorry, what
you knew you
species?
weren't blocking him.
Not particularly convincing to have like a puppy convince
puppy?
you of something. Like,
She just
puppy
called you a
height.
puppy.
good boy.
Oh my god.
I am a good
Oh,
boy.
Yeah, you know he likes hearing that. He
Just
wants-
sure. I don't know of anyone who doesn't. But anyways, he is, yeah, he's extremely tall, but he's not particularly strong, and he does not push past Deo, but he maneuvers to try to go around you.
Mm-mm.
I'm just
I'd
for
say
lateral
you
quickness,
have an
buddy.
opportunity to.
This is the NFL Combine. Let's see the lateral quickness.
Yeah.
I have a
What are you
question
doing?
for you. Why was there a room in your hospital that was just full of the pollen that made Henry sick?
Because one day he just started vomiting, and it
And
was
why didn't-
all spores.
And why didn't you clean it up? Why'd you just leave
We
it
have
there?
no safe way to
You
manage
don't got
them.
no like
We're-
hazmat suits or nothing?
We were short on them, and we were trying to get enough people to go in and clear that out without.
Why
getting-
wasn't he immediately in like the bubble we saw him in once he was throwing up? If you knew he was sick,
I personally did not know of his arrival until late in the evening.
okay.
was busy doing other things. And by that point, I was able to inform them of the indole virus and its reappearance. But up
Because we
until
did
then,
tell
minors,
them it
We
was the
did
indole
tell
virus
them
when
it
we
was the
brought it.
indole virus. Yeah.
then they must have considered. And he said, how long did it take for them to quarantine him?
I have no clue. It took them.
Well, yeah,
they
we
had
dropped
them in a
off,
room
and
where
then-
he spit out like all these spores, and then
When
they
we
put
came
him in
back
the-
another time, he was in a big bubble, and they were saying, "Yeah, he started shitting spores everywhere." And I'm like,
Yeah, and we were like, "Well, we told you about the indole virus."
"We told you he was sick, bro." Like,
Yeah. What did you
Yeah,
expect?
I understand it was likely a less urgent response. Indole has been such a fable of a disease in the past, 20, 50 years. So
Yeah. So you think when someone mentions it, they're like, "Oh,
no,
shit."
you would think so, but I'm working on restructuring the hospital as we speak. But
we are
that's
just random
another
people.
story.
They probably didn't believe us.
That's
but
true.
Almost
You would
certainly.
think
And at
when
that
they saw
time,
the half
you-
zombified person, they might have believed
That's
us.
true.
But
He was
you know.
like outside of his mind, crazy at the moment. But
yes, yeah, that yeah. I think they most likely should have quarantined him earlier, but they likely wanted to run some tests, and it does make things fairly difficult when a patient is completely quarantined in that sense. But
Yeah, that's fair. Have you talked to Nehemiah?
I'm not saying that it's correct. It's on my list of things to do. I'm speaking with him about an hour after I check back in with the hospital.
okay.
Okay.
Um,
Would a sample help?
a sample of the spores, almost certainly.
Yeah. Of the source of. Oh, can I hand him my sample of the spores?
He
I have
that this
wrapped
whole
up in the
time?
cloth. Yeah, I've had that this whole time.
I did not realize.
Oh man.
Yeah, remember when I
kind of
dashed into
gingerly-
the barrels and I was like, "Oh, can I? Since they're getting
Yeah.
burned up, can I try to
Oh,
grab
yeah.
a sample?" Yeah, I've had that.
He said
Damn.
the rest of Nehemiah's farm was burnt, correct?
Yeah,
So this is likely the only stable sample we have.
yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you. He gingerly takes it and puts it into like a clear glass.
Yeah, don't breathe that
box.
in.
He says, "I don't plan on it."
Well, yeah, but I just thought I'd let you know just in case.
Sure. He suctions the lid onto this glass box. It looks like kind of a rubber ring around the edge of a wooden carved lid. He says, I think it should be safe here. And he wraps the cloth back around it and ties it so that it stays secure, and then places it into a bag. He says, I'll bring this to the hospital. We have some research facilities on site that might be able to parse a little bit more from this particular strain.
Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate
Well,
it, truly.
yeah.
And I am sorry. I like I said, I was panicked and worried about my city. So
I know.
Yeah.
Just try
Now-
to trust us more now.
Now, do you have 10 minutes to take this quick 10-question survey about
Yeah.
your satisfaction?
Please.
I'm just gonna ask you a quick question on the screen, really quick.
yeah.
Just like sign there, and like you can skip it if you want,
Yeah.
but like just a quick question.
Just a quick questionnaire. You know.
He taps like the 5% option.
5%.
5%.
Damn.
Sorry, I don't
It's
have
optional,
cash.
but like it's my only source of income.
But he nods and he says, "If I can be of any help, you can find me at."
You could do 20%.
And he
Yeah,
kind of
if
scribbles
you-
down on a little
Oh,
card.
okay. I was gonna
Um,
say if you could just update us on Henry, that'd be awesome.
Of course. He's my first priority as of right now, considering he's patient 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will update you on his condition.
Did he give us a thing on where to find him? So what
Yeah, he gave you a little card scribbled. It's the top floor of the hospital. He
My ass
just
is not going in that hospital, bro.
Yeah, I'm not walking in that
No.
hospital. I'm
Are you
surprised he's walking in
crazy?
that hospital.
Buddy, no one should be walking in that hospital at all. But
So who has that?
fuck it, bro. It's your
hazmat
life.
suit?
He says
I don't
I
think any of
have
us
a
do.
fairly secure suit that I can wear.
Oh,
It's
okay.
prevented me
Okay.
against much more smaller particulate matter than the endol spores.
That's true.
so,
The end all is visible, which means it's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
it doesn't do well against high density filters. So I will be okay. rest assured.
Okay.
But he says, if you need to reach me at a more personal address, I live in the apartment complex in the Artisan District. It's a few doors down from the bakery and stuff where Igneous lives.
Oh, okay. Right through this whole time. We could have talked to him.
Yeah.
Wait, what room are you in?
To be fair, he was probably the least likely person we talked to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't know anything about him anyway.
Yeah.
He is in room 18 of the apartment complex.
All right, someone write that down.
Nice. Yeah, I'll write it down.
But yeah, he scribbles that down and then hands you back the note, and he says, I'll let you know how when I'll need to speak with Nehemiah. I'll be back here.
Okay.
Okay.
He gathers up his papers on his clipboard and kind of strides out of the room. His little bag and the samples that he has now. Anybody else you wanted to talk to?
Anya,
yes.
we were gonna ask her about something or other.
About
Yes.
the reindeer guy.
Yeah, I'm on.
Not your gamer tag, but yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
I was confused there.
That, and I think we also wanted to ask her why she voted against us. Probably just
Yeah,
out of
that's
spite,
true. We know
but,
Rowan's.
yeah.
We don't know hers. She probably didn't fuck with us.
Yeah.
She is chatting with Gilly about something over in the corner.
Gilly.
But as you guys approach, Gilly kind of glances at you guys and she says, "Oh, did you need to speak with?" Oh, I'll get out of your way.
You say Gilly, and she's like, "I'll leave."
What a nice little gnome.
She waved and continued on, but she kind of just
What is she, a
awkwardly.
gnome, a dwarf, or something?
She's a gnome.
She's a gnome.
Oh, okay.
Gnomes are cool.
So yeah, she's even a little shorter than Hunwut. But,
Yeah. Well, I'm quite tall actually.
for a halfling.
Yeah.
But Anya kind of glances down and sort of immediately instinctively grimaces, and she's like,
"That's crazy.
That's crazy."
I apologize for the state of emergency vote. I didn't intend to. I made a poor judgment of character.
So do you like hate us? Like, well, yeah. What was the reason?
Yeah, like what did we do to make you hate
Why
us?
did you grimace right now? What is all
I
this?
know, yeah,
No,
you still don't like
she
us.
felt guilty.
Oh,
okay.
It was more like a oof. Oh God, I have to talk to them.
Okay,
Oops.
gotcha.
I thought it was more like I still
No,
hate you
ew.
guys. Yeah.
She kind of bows her head in a little bit of shame, but she just says, I like I said, I made some snap judgments about your character based on the first few times we interacted, and
were we that bad?
Did we bully her at her house? I
Yeah,
can't remember.
what?
You did.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
You did.
Sounds
You guys
about
were
right.
just talking to her for a long time in her house, but it was mostly just like yapping.
And she just didn't like
Personally,
that.
I think that would make a good impression.
Yeah.
She seemed fairly neutral. But I rolled when you guys were talking to her. There was a point where you kind of told a half truth, and I rolled just like
Oh yeah, it was
DM
about
to
magic,
players.
I think.
I rolled an insight check, and she got like a nat 20. So
I do remember
she
that.
basically,
Actually, we were telling some fibs that she knew.
yeah, she didn't necessarily, she just knew that you were lying to her. She didn't know necessarily the whole story, but she didn't trust you, and that led to her not wanting to.
That's
That's
you know,
I do remember that
we
conversation.
know where she
not
stands
feeling,
now.
I remember exiting that conversation not feeling like you particularly liked us, to be fair. So.
Yeah. She was one of the ones that you could have potentially convinced to be on your side, but was able to go either way depending on how you interacted with her, and that was just one of the ones where you happened to lie to her just a little bit too much, and she caught on. She's fairly intelligent, so she was able to kind of parse that. But she seems apologetic now, and she says, "What can I do to help you?"
We had a couple things. First was just figuring out why you voted like you voted, because everyone else we kind of knew. You know what I mean?
Well,
Rowan
still
got
a bit
tricked.
of a
He was sure it was a
question,
public health
but-
thing.
She kind of holds
Irene
up
is
a hand.
crazy.
She says, I understand. To be frank, it was the sense that you weren't being entirely honest with me.
Oh yeah, we were lying to you.
Yes, and
Well, yeah,
so
we weren't entirely
that tends
honest,
to
but-
make people distrust you.
Well, you were asking questions I didn't want to tell the truth to. So
Yeah.
Sure. But it was no other real reason other than I figured you could also be lying about your involvement with the train. And frankly, I don't talk to Cedric enough to know what was happening, aside with the train had crashed and you had survived, and that was about the extent of it, and you wouldn't tell me the truth, so
Gotcha.
I assumed the worst, which again I apologize for, and I'm hopeful that you are truly dedicated to helping this city rebuild.
I guess that's kind of part of, or kind of another thing is, your decision was just made on the spot up there, or like Cedric like talked to you at all before or anything?
There had been a few not council meetings, but when we were planning the masquerade, I got the impression that Cedric wanted to declare a state of emergency, but he never gave me any direct reason to suspect you, just that I felt this state of emergency would be helpful to expedite the process.
Well, Cedric was very sure he was going to win that.
Yeah.
He didn't even approach
very
anybody.
Sure.
Except for Rowan.
And to be fair, he would have won it if we hadn't approached people to convince him otherwise. So
that's true.
Almost certainly. It was only that I had caught you in a lie that had swayed me otherwise.
And that was the only time we ever interacted. So
yeah, she just kind of looks a little embarrassed, but she
yeah, let's keep making her more embarrassed by this.
But
mine wasn't supposed to make her more embarrassed. It was understanding. She only talked to us once, and we lied to her.
I know. I was more so just saying, let's keep on this topic, so she keeps getting more embarrassed. But yeah. But no, we did have another question for you.
Yeah, more in your official capacity. More, well, not quite.
Well,
religion,
the other one was
but
also kind of in her official capacity too.
I guess that's true, but yeah.
Shoot, I'd be happy to answer anything pertaining to my work or otherwise.
What do you know
Take
about
it away,
Iman?
Owl. There you go.
She kind of doesn't necessarily like, sigh. She doesn't look frustrated, but she hears the name and seems a bit weary. She just seems a little tired, and she says, Iman is a subject of many of my studies. I have very little information on its characteristics.
Oh, those sound counter to each other.
What?
You study it a lot and you know very little about it.
I imagine that's where the frustration comes from.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Just that the information that is available is oftentimes quite biased, which is the case with a lot of religious accounts. But with Iman, it is particularly and overwhelmingly devoted and oftentimes in a positive light, despite the implications of his ask being well. As far as I know, Iman is genderless, but uses any and all pronouns. The only illustrations I've seen of a figure depicting Iman have been masculine.
Would you like to draw us Would you like me to draw you a female one?
Give me a performance check.
Well, it was a question first.
She says, "You've encountered a feminine."
Yes.
Version?
Yeah.
By all means, I would love to see a rendition of it if you can.
We'll see if I can.
Make a performance check.
Mediocre.
It does the job. And she kind of glances and
I'll give before and after skinless and skin.
Yeah. She kind of glances over it and well, the flayed figure is certainly familiar, although the lack of the animal skull is somewhat.
Oh, she was skullless even in the flayed form?
Yeah.
Oh.
She was kind of just like a muscular humanoid face flayed. But that isn't typical, and not that I haven't heard of it happening. I do know that Iman is said to have a humanoid form that they take, just both feminine and masculine. But again,
maybe it depends on how you. All our other interactions, the subject of Iman has come up many times. All the other ones have been masculine with the horns for us. But
Oh, she also didn't have horns in this one.
did she?
Um,
I thought you just said. I thought the horns were part of the skull. Actually.
yeah, they are. She says
Oh,
that's, I guess, yeah, that I guess makes sense. If the skull was not present, the horns would not be. Although that's typically a pretty strong signifier of Iman's presence is the antlers, and there's some oftentimes that I've seen several with different animal skulls. The antlers seem to stay.
Yeah. But she went into my dog's dream, and he has now antlers tattooed on his shoulders. So
her eyes widen, and she says, may I see them?"
that's up to them. They're both right here.
Yeah.
I got one on my hand. You can look at that.
Oh, right, it's on your hand.
I consent.
She grabs your
I
hand
consent
and
and then mutes immediately.
Yeah.
kind of peels back Deo's the collar of your shirt.
It's
and,
the same consent he gave
glances.
before he fell asleep.
Yeah.
And she runs her fingers over your palm, Jens, and it kind of tickles, but it also her hand feels cool to the touch as well. And she
Oh,
says,
it's still warm.
They're almost they're quite warm for being, you said, last night?
Yeah.
She starts like jotting down notes. And kind of doing some sketches based on the drawing that you've given her.
So, what do you know about Iman? Because we actually do know some stuff. If you know things that we don't know, we might know things you don't know.
Well, I know that Iman is what most in religious institutions called a personalized deity. It appears differently to those it wants to convince into its ranks.
That's true.
Offers oftentimes include vengeance of some sort, but require a great deal of sacrifice in order to achieve. From the few witness accounts, we've seen that the asks get more and more heinous as you complete them, in order to receive the various boons that Iman offers.
Right.
What if you
they've
don't
been a patron?
complete it?
I don't have any accounts of those that have not completed it, but I do have many accounts of those that have died in his service.
So, based on your judgment, would you say Iman is evil, neutral, or good? Even, and it's just
I have a hard time believing that a deity that causes such strife for both the
what if
user,
it's
the wielder.
necessary for character development, though?
I don't know of any.
I think this is a DM question more than
Anya kind of thinks for a moment, and she says, again, the accounts that I've seen have all ended in death. They've not
Every
made it
single
through.
one? Damn.
There's only a few. Iman is more of a scary bedtime story.
We should take you to talk to Arliss. Iman's been psychologically tormenting him like his whole life.
Oh,
true.
Does he wield a tattoo?
No idea.
Not that we know of.
He might be hiding it if he does.
True. But Iman like hates his ass, tells him to kill himself type shit.
He's ordered him to kill himself?
Oh yeah, I've been saying it for years.
Yeah.
Talks to him in person in the waking hours.
that can only, well, that doesn't, the only accounts I've heard of him choosing to order self-injurious behavior are those that have completed other tasks for him.
Oh, so he's completed other tasks.
I wonder what.
Right.
But it must have been when he was young, 'cause this has been going on for years and years, his sister says.
Oh, that is interesting.
And he said he didn't really know. He thought he was crazy.
Might be
My
lying.
only thought is that either he commanded him to do something as a child, which again is not one of the accounts I've been able to procure, or he has chosen Arliss for a different task,
Wait.
which
Oh,
I
sorry.
find hard to believe.
So, DM,
Mm.
now that I've gotten this information, when I
Yeah.
saw Iman as the shadowy figure, like, following Arliss,
Mm-hmm.
did that, like, was that, like, familiar to me in any way? Like, you said it's a personalized deity in a way. Like, was that, like, reminiscent of something to me, or do I think that was more so reminiscent of something to Arliss?
In that moment, because it was so vague, it was a shadow. It was not a actual physical
Oh, okay.
version of him. You wouldn't necessarily be. Give me a not a history check. Give me insight.
Insight. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
9.
Nothing in particular stands out to you about the shadow. It was pretty similar to the masculine figure with the deer skull. You don't know if it was necessarily exactly the same, but as far as the physical appearance, nothing out of the ordinary from what you've seen prior.
And not similar to Hunwut's drawing in any way. I don't know if I know that.
No,
but-
not similar to
okay.
Hunwut's drawing.
So, is it common, not common at all, to only see Iman in your dreams or in real life?
The accounts I have are a mixture. Sometimes he appears exclusively via dreams. Sometimes he appears via hallucinations during waking hours. Sometimes he is not particularly corporeal in any sense and is just a voice in the head that has a little more limited influences. But I don't know what marks a person as having a stronger appearance of Iman.
I was just wondering if it was in your notes, if it was common, because like last night, I and Guntentog, who's not here right now, watched. Well, he actually woke me up to see it, but watched him on mostly just like roll on in, put the skin on, touch on the friends, vanish into smoke, presumably into their dreams. And I was like, that was like a really real person thing. Is that like normal or?
Yeah, what like triggers him or her or them? Whatever.
I honestly, I'm sorry. I wish I had more information as to why. I can only think that your friends are a candidate for a task needed. And if it's the feminine form appearing, then the feminine form is requiring the task to be done.
Do you know what the antlers mean? The tattoos?
I don't know what the antlers mean. I know that Iman is typically a demon, or at least a creature, an entity of extreme emotion. It usually is crimes of passion, of lust, of insane rage. It's a powerful being, but it's only, from the accounts that I've read, only ever been able to drive people to commit heinous acts. I don't know that it's ever itself possessed someone and done it through them.
Okay.
Does it give them any like powers or anything in the stories?
In one scenario, yes. It was a contract signed between Iman and an eyewitness or a patron, or a apprentice of Iman, I guess.
Acolyte?
Acolyte. That's a better word for it. And he was given immense power. But just like the others, tasks got more dangerous and self-injurious and ultimately ended in his death. But he was given great power, mostly of the magical variety, which again, not super encouraged in our town at least.
Oh.
So very little research done into it, but we do have an account. I mean, you're welcome to stop by and read through the accounts that I do have. Like I said, it's very few.
So,
but if it
more
helps.
pressing question.
Mm.
How worried should we be if Irene happened to have a dream and have the tattoo on her back?
Did get tatted all big on her back.
Mm.
And she's unwilling to tell us anything about it.
And for clarification, she also has like a fake Iman tattoo. She's a big fan. Was very mad that people were getting it on her.
To get seen.
Yeah. And now she's been. So it's not
I'd
like gonna be
say that if anyone was a willing task performer for Iman, it would be Irene. I don't know that she would probably do a great job of whatever Iman would like her to do.
So how likely is it
makes her
that she signed a
dangerous.
contract and got powers?
If she was given that option, I'm almost certain she would take it. But that is just an outside observer.
Hopefully she wasn't given it because she was looking smug as hell this morning, but she appears to still be in the cell though, so.
Guntentog, can I have you make a...
Oh,
no. You piece of shit.
Check, please.
Oh, no.
Oh, I should have stayed down there.
You had the option to tap somebody out.
I did.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't know who to tap out, though.
Okay,
Give me
so
a
what am I
perception
rolling
check.
for?
Perception.
Sergio just streamed for a second.
Sorry, I was gonna say you should have tapped me out.
I wanted to, but the thing is you're not, like...
Oh my gosh.
out of
20.
character in here.
Okay,
really.
I'm giving you a chance to... How do I want to do this?
Giving me a chance. Okay.
DM,
They're not
how do
gonna
you
die.
want to do this?
Oh,
Um,
I'm gonna kill Guntentog right now.
not yet.
as you're kind of watching her pretty intently, she sort of stretches and stands up off of the cold stone floor. And you can see the tattoo kind of ripple across her back. She's decently muscular. She has kind of a lithe or like almost like a runner's body type or a swimmer's body type. Just a very broad shoulder, but still fairly streamlined form. And for just a moment, you see the antlers on her back flash with a kind of crimson light. You see as she stretches and her hands stretch up towards the ceiling, a silvery mist sort of kind of flows out around her feet. And with a pop, you see her vanish from thin air and appear in the stairwell of the cellar. And she kind of sticks her fingers, her thumbs in her ears and sticks her tongue out at you and starts to run.
Yeah, she's funny, actually.
She's so funny.
You guys hear from the cellar this little pop noise. And then you see Irene at the top of the stairs in this black dress with this giant red antler tattoo on her back.
Well, guess she took
and
the
she's got
contract.
kind
Well,
of,
that answers our question.
and again, she is booking it. She is running.
Hi, Irene. Oh, running?
And that's she is like sprinting towards the door.
Can I catch batter at her?
Oh.
Yeah, let's go.
Sure.
Oh
Take
my
note
god.
that I wanna
I'll give you guys
entangle her.
one. I'll give you guys one round to do what you would like.
Cool. I'm
And then we'll we will get to the actual kind of consequences of that next time. So we'll
I
pick
would
up
like
there.
to cast
All right.
catnap on her.
Oh,
Catnap,
no.
sleepy.
Oh, okay, that's better than chatter.
Okay,
Yeah.
sleepy. Do you
Sleepy.
roll for how many hit points?
No.
No, actually, because this is catnap.
Oh.
You make a calming gesture, and up to 3 willing creatures of your choice that you can see within range fall unconscious for the spell's duration. The
That's
spell
willing,
ends
though.
But unwilling?
Oh, is that how that works?
It only works on willing? That's kind of a...
That's cringe.
Oh, you just
That's
immediately
not-
give him a little nap.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a
Aw.
short rest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's better. I think it's better
It's a
we figure this
benefit.
out next week anyway.
Okay, then Shatter it is.
Okay.
No!
Oh no!
Shatter her
So-
legs.
You're gonna
So
hit
Sanbrynn
everyone.
is casting Shatter.
What does Chatter do?
I was just gonna mage hand and grab.
You're gonna mage hand. You can't grab her.
Mage hands can only hold 5 pounds of force.
Yeah. you-
Oh,
Um,
really?
Yeah.
A loud noise erupts from the
But
point of
Guntentog, what
view
do you want to do?
range. That's it.
Well,
Idiot.
Well, I mean, I'm sure 5 pounds is enough to trip somebody. No.
If I see
you could potentially
You untie
try
her
to-
shoelaces while she's running.
Yeah.
No, that's all you gotta
Trip.
do. She's starting to run and she's going up the stairs. All I have to do is just time it. Just time it very well.
Irene. Yes, but you have 6 seconds.
if I see Sanbrynn trying to cast Shatter, can I try to interrupt him by like shaking him?
Shaking Sanbrynn?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that next time. But yeah, Jens
I do not want that to go off.
Yeah, that's a bad
attempt.
idea.
That's what I'm saying. Let's just all
It's not
focus
an
on
explosion.
what's going on next week.
It's more of a loud bang.
It's an area of effect spell. It's
I
gonna
mean,
hit a bunch of
I'm
people.
watching her do this, so it's not like I'm just waking up.
Well, she
I'm
popped
you.
past you
What?
30 feet.
Yeah,
So
she
you have to turn around
teleported.
and
It's
You
an
have to-
area of
she
effect
She
spell,
cast
but
a
it doesn't break
spell, essentially.
anything.
Yeah, no,
Unless it's
Shatter is individualized. It's just
yeah.
Oh,
if
really?
Jens narratively wants to try to
Yeah.
stop you from casting it.
Yeah.
We'll,
I
we'll
think
do what
everybody
he
hears
tested.
it, but it's
yeah, it'll break
Yeah.
my ears.
It
Yeah,
doesn't-
it hurts, but it's not like damaging unless you
I just
fail.
want to
Oh, like an
entangle her so
explosion.
she is not moving.
Okay.
Mhm.
Hunwut, entangle. Deo, anything? Nothing?
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Well, she's using magic, I'm assuming?
Yeah, she
You
has
saw her
magic
appear at the
magic.
top of the stairs. You guys don't know for sure. You just heard the pop.
But clearly magic. But now she's just running, right?
Yeah, she's just sprinting.
I don't know if it's worth it to cast Dispel Magic.
no.
I'm not sure it would work if it's coming
I
from
don't think it's
contact
gonna work
tattoo.
Yeah.
unless you're
And,
trying to cast it on Sanbrynn, casting Shatter at her.
No, I don't really care about that.
Okay. Okay.
I
Can I
I
try
don't really
and
have anything I'd want to do.
tackle her? Oh.
You don't want to do anything, Ookiyo?
No. I thought Dale was finishing up.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, got it. What is Deo doing?
Nothing, I think.
Okay. And then Ookiyo, what are you doing?
I want to try to like grapple her. Just race after her and grab her.
Okay. All right, we'll pick up there next time as Irene is kind of pushing through people and sprinting through the crowd, trying to get past you guys. But yeah, that's where we'll pick up. Recap wise, you guys talked to multiple council members as well as Irene and that whole deal. Got a little bit more information out of Irene. Her family home was taken over by Vrox after the colonization or settlement of Ovkar. So she was attempting to get that back. The key that you have with the rabbit's foot attached to it does belong to her. You don't know exactly what it does or where it goes, but you assume that it's the property that she is attempting to get back.
To be clear, only myself and Guntentog know that right now.
Yes, yeah. You also talked to Adarl, Igneous.
Oh, you said it.
Said
I
what?
tried to give it a big enough pause.
Talked to
Adarl. Igneous, Eris, and Gilly at breakfast,
Not
which
Gilly.
Marjorie made. And
Not Gilly.
Gilly was at the table first.
Yeah, we
breakfast
talked to
Oh,
the
you
table.
guys talked to Gilly?
Just a little
Yeah,
bit.
she was at the table we
Oh,
spoke with for
I
sure.
missed that. Okay.
It was
I never
early
talked
on.
to Pauline.
Yeah, you have not talked to Pauline yet. And just discussed like what was going on and what the plan was for the day. Lada eventually called a kind of casual or informal meeting. You talked with 9 Lives as well, trying to get his reasoning for being involved. Discovered that his family is still being held somewhere. Don't know exactly where, but he's willing to help you if it means getting his family back. Rowan was kind of not super in the loop about Cedric's major plan, but was worried about a public health outbreak. Oh god, who else? Anya, you talked to about religion and Iman, and got a little bit more information out of that. Kind of plugged Arliss's condition and how she might want to talk with him. She also gave her reasoning, and it was that you guys had been not super forthcoming with her. You had been lying to her the few times that you interacted with her, and she was able to see through that. Just didn't trust you as individuals, and thus was easily swayed to the other side of the argument that you guys were the reason for the train crashing and for Ovkar's involvement in that. And then what else? Made a plan to search Cedric's place with the old sheriff, who is now back reinstated as the sheriff, and her team.
Albeth.
Yeah, Albeth Montau.
Montoya.
Montoya.
Inigo Montoya. But other than that, is there anything I'm missing? What am I missing? Oh, you guys kind of investigated your tattoos a little bit. Discovered that the majority of Iman's interactions happen via dreams, but some people hear them as a constant or consistent voice in their head. Some see more in person or corporeal versions. It really is a personalized fiend of sorts, a personalized deity, and goes by a whole lot of appearances and genders and pronouns. It really doesn't have a set form, except that it typically has the animal skull of some sort and horns, but in the version that you saw the evening prior, it did not have the animal skull present. So you wonder if that's just a fluke or if it's a specific strategy to assist in swaying you guys to pick
She
up
just felt
her
comfortable
tasks.
around us and didn't need to dress up.
Yeah.
Or if it was intentional in some way to gain trust or something along those lines. So you guys were just asking a few questions about Iman, but other than that, I think that's everything. Am I missing anything?
Maybe the fact that Irene is running away. And...
Yeah, that's the big one.
Oh, yes. We ended, obviously, where we ended. Irene was able to use a new ability to teleport about 30 feet away from Guntentog, who was left by himself. Yeah.
You'd be stepping through mist.
And she is now on the run as you guys prepare to take your action to hopefully stop.
That's fine. She won't be on the run for long. My ass is gonna catch her. I don't mess with a tangle.
Even if you
that's where
do,
we'll pick up next
I
week.
feel like one of us will catch her.
If I do, Emmy will kill her. So I hope I don't miss.
Well, even if you do catch her,
also got a long rest.
Emmy still might kill her.
I really appreciate that she's just running for it. She's not fighting nobody. She didn't kill Dragovich.
Guntentog.
Yeah, that's fair.
Guntentog. That's crazy. Just popped right out of me. But yes, she can do magic and escaped and then did not like break his neck. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Now I almost wonder what would have happened if I shook her hand there.
Yeah, that's true. Since she had magic. Ooh.
Yeah.
I wonder what would have happened. Well, I guess I can figure it out, but it would have been crazy if we hadn't talked to Anya about Iman and then didn't know about the contract stuff and she was just off doing this out of nowhere.
Yeah. Also, I do want to say I appreciate you, Sanbrynn, trying to put her to sleep before killing her.
Yeah, that's true.
Character development.
It's not healthy to hold all this rage in you, Sanbrynn.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, hopefully next week we have better internet for Sergio and
yeah.
For segregation.
I feel like the likelihood is not high.
Well, but he used to play D&D with us from his parents' house without being unable to talk. Yeah,
we've been doing this for years.
I thought that was at Vartan's.
No, because after that
too.
We've been playing for years.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he lived in his parents before moving in with Curtis, so we were playing then.
Oh,
that's true.
I'm trying to remember that period of D&D. I can't remember.
We'd play. He lived in the garage. We played D&D and played games many times. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played Valorant and stuff.
Huh. But you
So
did
it's
say
strange
that,
that now
that
it's
your parents switched internet and it's been worse since, right?
oh
Yeah.
Oh,
tough.
that's a bummer. They were only having the good internet for you.
The good internet, yeah.
Yeah,
better
that's
I
internet.
don't know.
good
Yeah,
internet.
yeah.
It still
They
isn't good.
tried to upgrade and it ended up being a downgrade.
That
Damn.
sucks.
Oof.
Yeah.
They got that.
Unfortunate.
Call the company and threaten to switch.
I
Send
don't
me
know
your
if that's
mom's
gonna
It only works so
improve the
often.
internet. I think the internet's just bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
Like, what
also
are they gonna
location
do? They're not gonna
style,
move
too.
a whole satellite just for him.
They're gonna
you
flip
know?
the internet
Like,
switch, bro. They're just turning it up.
that's
Your
true,
family
yeah.
with
Yeah.
Starlink.
exactly. It's like a light switch.
Exactly. They'll say, "Oh, actually, flip that house's switch." They're getting mad.
They're getting more internet now.
Yeah,
Alright,
good
that sounds
session.
good.
Hold
Yeah, it
up.
was fun.
Yeah, that was a
Yay.
fun session.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Sorry
Hopefully
for the
some good
folks who either
information.
couldn't or didn't talk
Oh,
much, like
whoops.
Keith or Serge, but
I know.
Well, I think Serge would have
Right.
talked more if
I'm
he
chilling.
could.
exactly. He
Yeah.
was the couldn't.
Yeah.
Keith was the couldn't because things were happening away from him, but also I just feel bad that happened, so he didn't.
Yeah.
It happens.
But
Well,
we'll get
have a
back
good night,
next
y'all.
week. Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Sleep well.
See you
I'll
guys.
be on
Yeah.
more video games lately, or at least in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
Alright.
Bye.